her house. So she had come out when the cops arrived.
Yes.
And she was shot. So nobody talks about that. The officer probably got a slap on his wrist.
Thank you for the call. We're coming to a break. My recollection on that, Sue is right. And what she's building on is that was a white woman who was shot by a black police officer. Basically, nothing happened in Minneapolis.
By the way, Clay, the ICE officer's identity is now out there everywhere. So,
yeah,
which I knew was going to happen. So now I really think Trump should invite him to the State of the Union because everyone knows who he is.
We'll get to your rest of your calls next week. We appreciate all of you. Talkback function, always the best way to get to us. We got a bunch of good talkbacks. We'll get to you on Monday. Have safe weekends. Don't go protest anyone. Don't go try to stop anybody from arresting bad guys, as I know none of you will. And enjoy all the football coming up this weekend. I'm going to be watching every game. We'll be back with you on Monday. Buck, have an awesome weekend.
Thank you. I'm going to be checking out my beloved Hurricanes.
They already won. You're late.
Speaking truth and having fun. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton.
Hey, it's Tug. We're proud to be the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra 106.3 app.
A new year means new financial goals, like making sure your savings are secure and diversified. Will this be the year you finally talk to someone from Birch Gold Group like I have? Honestly, they're great people. They're very helpful. I've purchased gold from Birch Gold. I appreciate their educational approach and their understanding of macroeconomics. There are forces pushing the dollar lower and gold higher, which is why they believe every American should own some physical gold. Until January 30th, if you're a first-time gold buyer, Birch Gold is offering a rebate of up to $10,000 on qualifying purchases. To claim eligibility and start the process, just text my name, Buck, to 989898. Birch Gold can help you roll an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, and you're still eligible for a rebate of up to $10,000. Make right now your first time to buy gold. Take advantage of this rebate, but you got to do it by January 30th. Text my name, Buck, to 989898. Claim your eligibility today. Birch Gold Group.
Byrna was recently ranked number 10 on Forbes' list of the 100 most successful small-cap American companies in 2025, a recognition earned by solving real problems for real people. Byrna is proudly hand-assembled in the United States, right in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Our mission is simple, designed to stop, not kill. That's BYRNA. As the world leader in less lethal personal defense, Byrna creates launchers for everyone in the family. The newest Byrna Compact is small enough to fit in a pocket or purse, yet powerful enough to deliver real stopping power out to 60 feet. It gives you the confidence to defuse a dangerous situation without resorting to lethal force. Every family should have a Byrna within reach. It fires potent kinetic, tear gas, and pepper ammo rounds that can disable an attacker for up to 40 minutes. Law enforcement agencies across the country rely on Byrna. No background checks, no permits, legal in all 50 states, ships right to your door. Visit Byrna.com today and find the right launcher for your family. That's BYRNA.com.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
Streaming across Georgia on the Extra 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3. Monday through Saturday, we're right. But on Sunday, we turn left.
Daytona International Speedway, we love our country, and it's truly an honor to be with all of you at the great American race. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Your home of NASCAR is Extra 106.3.
A new angle roll from the Minneapolis shooting. Lisa Brady, Fox News.
It's a video clip that's on a cell phone camera from the agent who ICE says was hit by a car by a woman who they say is an activist who was trained to stop ICE operations.
Fox's Alexis McAdams in Minneapolis. In the clip, the driver and her wife appear to be taunting the agent, and the wife is out of the car and filming the agent, who ultimately tells the driver to get out of the car before the agent appears to be hit seconds later.
Get out of the car. There were those ICE agents on the ground. You hear one of them saying to get out of the car, get the F out of the car. They try to put their hand on the car. She puts it in reverse a little bit, backs up, then shifts it into drive according to the feds, goes forward, and you can hear a crash. And that's what, including J.D. Vance, the Vice President of the United States, and DHS is saying, look, we told you this is what happened. This agent was hit and he was injured. He was hospitalized.
The driver, Renee Good, was shot and killed. The Vice President has called her a victim of left-wing ideology. The Minneapolis mayor earlier today again rejecting the self-defense narrative as garbage. The world's largest oil companies coming to the White House. That's how President Trump describes a meeting set to get underway with oil executives focusing on Venezuela and the country's long-term relationship with the U.S. after U.S. forces captured leader Nicolas Maduro to face drug charges. State Department spokesperson Tommy Pigott telling Fox,
there's really three phases here. First, the stability of Venezuela. Second, the recovery, and that's the entry of Western companies, for example, when it comes to the oil. And third is the transition. And there may be some overlapping in those phases. But that's ultimately what we're looking at here.
But he says the Trump administration is focused on national interests and that the future of Venezuela is up to its people. America is listening to Fox News.
Welcome to the most wonderful time of the year when millions of Americans open their credit card statements, scream in terror, and start looking for new ways to save money. If that's you, why not cut your wireless bill in half with a saver plan from Pure Talk? You'll get unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigs of high-speed data on a super fast 5G network for just $20 a month. Ho, ho, ho. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will help you switch in minutes. Again, talk, text, and data for just $20 a month.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Yes. And the glorious sounds of Letter Rip Friday, Anything Goes. With the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and holy smokes, what a day it goes. And the mountains of Macon, and it's Oscar the Grouch is there with the snow-covered Pete Davis with a we got a Flounder microphone here, I think, for a second. Hold on, here we go. Yeah, we're saying Pete Davis, the mountains of Macon. What's happening here, sir? Grover. Grover. Who did I say? I already forgot. Oh, who
Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar. Oh, no. Is he the one that goes 1 potato, 2 potatoes? Which one is that? Is that
Count?
The Count. The Count. Good start. Pete Davis, what's new in the mountains of Macon, my friend? Because all I know is
it's raining.
When I look outside, all I can say is Saturday. Yeah, just in time for the weekend. Here comes the rain, I guess. So it's raining. I don't know if it's raining here yet, but it looks like it wants to, if it hasn't already. And is it cold rain or is it still?
It's perfect.
Oh, okay. Well, I like a good rain, don't you?
It's warm.
Yeah, not a soaking
perfect day to nap and sit down and watch football.
Well, there you are. And of course, in fact, we'll talk football here in a moment as we go around the room here. But first, Flounder and Mrs. Flounder, the lovely Veronica. What's from your accent?
Veronica is still in Chicago.
Oh,
she's actually headed to the Hawks game tonight, the Blackhawks, and they're in a VIP suite.
Oh, well, I was going to say, that can be a very dangerous sports arena. I'm serious. I had to break up a fight in Chicago at the Blackhawks game, the rink, a hockey game. And I also had to break up one to go rescue a girl in San Francisco at the football stadium, a 49ers game one time. Anyway, yeah, the Blackhawks, the hockey fans in Chicago, Well, just years
and then
ago.
actually, one of her things yesterday, what's his name? Bill McAtee spoke.
Oh, yeah, really? Yeah. No kidding. And so, is she like a sports marketing thing for something?
No, it's a yearly. The managing directors of the company, the president takes them somewhere, and they have a bunch of meetings and stuff like that. But they do it kind of to where they have fun in the evening time and do stuff.
Oh my!
A year ago, they went to Nashville.
Oh my!
And then a year before, they went to Seattle. So.
Well, my goodness. Now you sound like you have a little cold in
I'm
there.
getting over a little head cold. Yes.
Yeah. All right. How you feeling? All right though?
Yeah, I'm good. I'll live.
Well, there you are. Anyway, my friends, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Neil Boortz joins us at 4 o'clock, and we've been looking forward to that because, man, it's all here. We're going to do all Minneapolis shooting again, and now all Portland shooting again. Gangbangers into the country. Well, we won't spend all day. I mean, there are some new highlights, so we'll hit all those and stuff like that. What's the matter? What you guys saying?
Trump is live with the oil executives.
Let's go. At the White House, Donald Trump.
Of Venezuela, both the people and the people that are running Venezuela. I just want to thank our military. What they've done is incredible. That was considered unprecedented to go into a military fort with thousands of soldiers and others, and to come in with 152 planes going every which way and very rapid speeds and helicopters, and to come out with no deaths and the loss of no equipment. It was pretty amazing. Nobody's seen anything like it. I was called by the leaders of numerous countries. I won't go into which ones, but the biggest and the strongest, and they said that was very impressive. They're all impressed.
You got a haircut.
But today I'm delighted to welcome almost 24 of the biggest and most respected oil and gas executives in the world to the White House. It's an honor to be with them. We have many others that were not able to get in. I said if we had a ballroom, we'd have
a communist edition?
People. Everybody wanted. I never knew your industry was that big. I never knew you had that many people in your industry. But here we are.
1 million of them right there.
And if you look, come to think of it, well, I got to look at this myself.
He's just standing up and walking around. Okay. My God, he's going looking out the windows outside to look at the new construction of the thing, I guess.
All right, we can get to this later. He's looking out the window.
What's he looking at?
The new ballroom.
Yeah, we'll come back. By the way, speaking of this, oil execs at the White House today and talking about Venezuela and everything else, and I heard that Scott Bessent, man, I'll tell you, he said that the national product growth business is like 5 points, which is outrageously fantastic, and it could go to 6, which would be freaking unheard of by the fourth quarter of this year, right before the elections. Maybe he said this has all the signs of an economy that's just going to start booming. And I believe it. I think, Trump's a businessman who makes deals for money. And he does the same thing for the country that he's been doing for his business. So I'm excited about it. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? It's 308, and here's the number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We have Pete's Tweets. We have Holy Crap at Sports. We have a game, and we have Flounder's Funnies, and we have your calls, and we have goofy stuff and things and all this stuff like that. Now, quickly, Pete Davis, for the game last night, as I recall yesterday, Miami and Ole Miss, and of course you favored Ole Miss just for personal things, but you assumed that Miami would probably win. And as I recall, you mentioned it based on their defense. As I started watching the game last night, it looked. It was kind of hard to tell because they both scored at oh God! When Ole Miss scored that touchdown almost out of nowhere. That was kind of really kind of exciting. Anyway, so what did you think about the game? And now, how about the end at the very? I don't want to spoil everything. Well, you're going to
spoil it. Anybody who cares has already seen the game.
Was that pass interference or not? The ball was kind of overthrown, so that's what they said, I guess, why it was not pass interference.
There was a Hail Mary.
Yeah, it was a Hail Mary.
Don't call. They have called it before, but they usually don't call on a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
So, you know what? If Big Ten
and they were
officials,
both going for it. So.
All referees suck. They all missed. I mean, the Georgia fans could say there was a couple things in the last game that should have been called. Every game you could parse that there's certain ones that should have been called. There was a play where Trinidad was shoved out of bounds and something like that. But, both sides could say that. It was a great game. In fact, last 2 games. Everything you wanted in a college football game, much less a playoff game, happened in the last 2 games.
Yeah,
They're very exciting games and everything. Yeah. But I got to say, you cannot hate the NCAA enough because they've decided that the day after Trinidad's journey to try and win a national title that the whole country's been watching, they decide today's a good day to leak the fact that they're not going to give them a 6-year of eligibility when they give just about everybody else anything they want. So they decided they're going to punish this kid. So they're going to appeal, they're going to sue, but it won't matter because the NCAA, frankly, all of them, how it even exists still is amazing. Well, I don't know. Why do schools pay attention to what the NCAA says about anything?
Well, it's obviously now just a business. And there are some people getting a lot of money, and some, guys who are in fifth string left outside defensive linebacker, might get, one run at a kickoff return before the season ends. Maybe not get a lot of money, but my God, it's a whole different thing. It's a minor league national football team.
But only the NCAA would. I mean, it seems they're very strange about which schools they go after and which they don't. I mean, you can look at it that way, but you can also say, why the hell don't they have one of the most exciting stories in college football in years? Instead of having another year of that, no, we don't want that. We don't want the fans to see an exciting year from that guy. We need to get rid of him and go to the NFL or the Canadian Football League or something else. Only the NCAA would shoot themselves in the foot like this.
Yeah. And, of course, tonight is what about tonight? Do you expect this to be a really good game?
Well, by the way, even Tim Brando says he should have got another year. But anyway, tonight I think Indiana doesn't have the best players, but they're the best team. They play together better than anybody. It's unbelievable how little talent they have when it comes to 5 4-stars and how they're just rolling over everybody, including Alabama, which had lots of 4 and 5 stars, and Indiana tossed them aside like they were nothing. So I think Oregon has a chance to win tonight, definitely. But it'll be interesting because Miami's going to be the first team to play in its home stadium for the national title. Yeah. That's a big help for them. And Mario Cristobal, if it's Oregon, he'll be going against his former team, Oregon. So.
Oh, no. Oh, really? Oh, I'll be darned. I didn't know that. Cool. Well, anyway, Pete Kimmerer, founder. Anyway, 312 and 404-741-1230. All right, we'll have all this stuff on the car. If you haven't seen the video, there's more video out from body cams about the woman, running into the federal officer. And just for the record, a couple of quick observations. And protests last night and protests today and more protests called for tonight. I mean, they're just, the Democrats are going crazy. You can put this into a little tiny little nugget by realizing a couple of things. The new American Socialist Democrat Party actually wants America to stop arresting illegal aliens. 1. 2, they want America to stop searching for illegal aliens. They want America to stop arresting them. They want America to stop funding federal agents. Democrats are now supporting a bill that's going to be introduced to defund ICE. Here we go with the defund the police again. The George Floyd. What did we say? This woman is now the new George Floyd. They're actually calling for defunding the police. Defunding the federal police so that America's federal police will not be allowed to go chase illegal aliens. Have you ever, who in the world thought that would be a great mountain to stand on? Stop arresting all these illegal aliens who got in here that we allowed in here. And I say, as far as I'm concerned, we ought to give Minnesota to Canada. Just cut it right the freak off, change the whole freaking drive. I mean, seriously, it'd be perfect. Just Minnesota's mayor's demanding that local officials be part of the federal investigation into the event that happened when that woman tried to kill the cop. Yeah, like we can trust you to keep it fair, Mayor. Mayor of Minneapolis wants in on this. Give me a break. This state's the most biggest example of fraud in the history of our country.
You remember what Governor Walz said the other day? He said, Kristi Noem and Donald Trump, leave. We don't need you. You've done enough.
It's unbelievable.
They cut off federal funding then.
That's right.
You know what I get? I got 2 things out of that new video. Well, 3 things. 1, the officer was right.
Yeah.
2, they were asking for it, especially the wife.
That's right.
Wife, like there is such a thing. Yeah. Wife, like said, you come at us, and then he yelled, drive, baby, drive.
Drive, baby, drive.
And the third one, the most important thing I get out of this, thank God he didn't hit the dog.
I was going to say,
because I don't care he hit anybody else. Thank God he didn't hit the dog.
Is the dog all right?
The dog's fine. I think they put the dog with her. Well, no, I saw the
yesterday. Dog with the other woman.
Yeah,
I'm not going to call her the wife anymore. It's the other woman, the one who instigated it, the one that should be crying because she did put her in that position and said, "Drive, baby, drive," which probably made her drive and hit the gas.
Well, I hope that dog gets a good home. Anyway, 3:15. Kimmer P. and Flounder, how's it going? Neil Boortz at 4. Have a little fun. What's on your mind? What are you doing? How's your new year? Everything all right? What's your favorite movie? All right. Hey, all right. What's your favorite dessert? Here we go. Stand by. No, look out. Kimmer P. and Flounder. It's Friday. I don't know. I got to crack it up, I tell you. I'm cracking up.
The Kimmer Show is live until 6 p.m. and Extra 106.3 has the rest of your night covered with Jesse Kelly up next. Fox Across America with Jimmy Fela at 9 p.m. and The Guy Benson Show at midnight. All live on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Well, we have warm weather, rainy weather, weird weather, and it's Stovall and Company wholesale landscaper supply kind of weather because they've got your supplies. If you're a builder, contractor working on a backyard, landscape stuff, maybe an outdoor kitchen or something by the pool, fireplace, something like that. They have some concrete help and supplies, as well as the plants and trees and shrubs and, gardening stuff and sprinkler systems and irrigation, the whole deal. And again, I'd love to tell you, it's a true story. If you need something really special and they don't have it, they can tell you where to get it. You'll just love these folks. You really take care of you. And if you need it now, it's gone the way. StovallInc.com.
Don't believe this nonsense you see on TV commercials about how uncomfortable a CPAP mask is. Take it from me. You wear one, especially the nasal pillow I use, for one night, and you will fight anybody that tries to take it away from you. But if they do take it away from you, you can get more at cpapsetc.com, cpapsetc.com, with a store in Alpharetta, same-day shipping. To your health, cpapsetc.com.
Faith, family, freedom. These are the cornerstones of America and the foundation for a successful life. But today, all three are under attack. Crushing debt, out-of-control spending, and reckless policies in Washington are threatening your savings, your retirement, and your future. Hi, this is Glenn Beck. The only financial advisory firm I recommend in Atlanta is Nicholas Wealth Management. David Nicholas and his team believe protecting your money is about more than wealth. It's about defending your faith, your family, and your freedom. If your hard-earned retirement is left exposed to market chaos, higher taxes, or inflation, what happens to the life you've worked so hard to build? For over 20 years, David Nicholas has helped families right here in Atlanta fight back with retirement strategies built to better withstand uncertainty. Call Nicholas Wealth Management today, 404-890-5606, or visit nicholaswealth.com. Aim to safeguard your future today.
Nicholas Wealth is an independent financial services firm that uses a variety of different investment strategies. Glenn Beck is not a client and is paid for his endorsement.
Hey, it's Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. When it comes to lawn care, the folks at Howard Brothers know what it takes to get the job done right. That's why they trust Exmark mowers, built for precision, reliability, and durability. Exmark mowers make lawn work easier, so you can spend less time working and more time enjoying your yard. And this spring, reliable and easy are exactly what you need. Stop by Howard Brothers before the lawn season is here. They've got everything Exmark and a team ready to help you find the perfect gift. Gear up for spring with Exmark and Howard Brothers.
We are only a few weeks into winter and already brutal cold, huge snowstorms, and of course power outages. Think about this. If the power goes out when it's really cold, do you have a way to keep yourself and your family warm? Winter power outages can even be life-threatening. We learned this in Texas not too long ago. That's why so many Americans are getting a Vesta off-grid heater from My Patriot Supply. It's a space heater. It doesn't use electricity or propane. It runs on something called canned heat, and it's an indoor safe fuel. With Vesta, if you have it stashed in your closet, you know you can keep warm, keep your kids warm no matter what. And it even doubles as a stove to cook your food in case you have an electric cooktop. The best part is right now you can get the Vesta and a bunch more preparedness gear as free gifts when you order the Winter Survival Kit from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Glenn. See everything that's included. The offer is not going to last long, so go to mypatriotsupply.com/Glenn. mypatriotsupply.com/Glenn.
I just realized I got a big gash in my head. All right, look out. Well, it's a little Motorhead action here. There we go. Oh, my goodness. 2016 Stars came out to pay tribute to Motorhead frontman Lemmy at his funeral. Forest Lawn Cemetery. Motorhead drummer Mickey D, Foo Fighters Dave Grohl, Slash from Guns N' Roses, Robert Trujillo, and Lars Ulrich from Metallica, Judas Priest singer Rob Halford, Anthrax frontman Scott Ian all talked at the service for Lemmy of Motorhead. Lemmy's bass guitar was plugged into a stack of amplifiers, and it jacked the volume up to 11, because it's so much better than a 10, The congregation started screaming and yelling, and the feedback from the speakers was rattling everything. And it was a whole thing there. And sounds very exciting and the way to go. You should have a great send-off. Hey, Pete, in fact, hold on. I'm going to ask you about a send-off. I'm going to write down send-off ideas. Okay, first of all, to the phones taking priority there. It's Adam. It's Adam from the Sandy Springs Adams. Hey, Adam, how's it going, man? What's up?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Semper Fi.
Yes, sir.
I want to talk about these crazy liberal white women.
Yeah.
Let me make that my point. Look, I couldn't stand Biden, Harris, or any other Democrat, but I wouldn't go out of my way waiting for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Just to yell at them, like some of these people do when Republicans go to restaurants, or what that lady did the other day.
Psycho.
That was totally avoidable if she would have just complied and, stopped the car and got out of the car.
But she was a leader. She could, she was
herself.
Yeah, but she was a leader of it. She was trained to this. She, and again, I don't know whether you heard yesterday. It almost brought me to tears. Late in the day, very end of the show, we found out that the way she got into this entire business of hating ICE federal officials in America is from her son's charter school, which has an entire program for social collectivism and hating the police and everything. And they made her part of that's where she started. She got involved with the program through her son's charter school. God, that's just...
Yeah, and there's a term for these women. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's called awfuls. They're affluent, white, feminist leftists.
Wow. It's unbelievable. Yeah, but even worse than Karens, because they're not just nasty. They do it on purpose. They're planning this stuff. And it's so negative. Anyway, thanks, Adam. Adam, I appreciate it, my friend. 323. Really, it's really just. It makes your skin crawl. Think about what these people are doing. And by the way, the new video, if you haven't seen it, we'll talk about that in a minute. It pretty much shows that the cop was right and she was wrong, and people are idiots. Quick birthday check down here. Imelda Staunton. I myself don't know her because I don't watch Harry Potter movies or The Crown, but Imelda Staunton is 70. She plays the universally hated Professor Umbridge in Harry Potter and Queen Elizabeth II in The Crown.
Yeah, very good actor.
Imelda, yeah. She must be if she does that kind of stuff.
You need to see The Crown. You need to watch it.
Every once in a while it pops up. I think, in fact, I'll DVR it the next time it shows up. I'll definitely do that.
You know what movie I watched?
If I could understand the language, that's the other thing.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, well, I'm going to get that app over. I'm going to get that fingernail app at Best Buy so I can watch it while I'm driving. Yeah, I'm sorry, Flounder, you were...
The Accountant was on last night.
Oh, man, that's a great movie, isn't it? Did you see that movie?
I've seen bits and pieces, but last night I watched it all the way through, and it's a great movie.
That's a great movie. And in fact,
I haven't seen The Accountant 2 yet, but has anyone, have you or Pete seen it?
No.
I have not seen The Accountant 2.
It was on Netflix, too.
Apparently, the brothers get together and they...
And by the way, The Accountant was just a great movie. It was a great movie. And by the way, our birthday list includes a member of the cast of The Accountant, which they didn't even include on the birthday list.
How dare they?
I know it's not right. Anyway, let's see. 324. Come Pete and Flounder. I'll do a quick version of a story to start off, because we're going to be talking a lot about the Minnesota thing and the Portland thing. Shootings in Portland last night, they were gangbangers. And in Portland, they're saying that, more bad stuff about the police is just trying to save the gangbangers from the police. But first, on this day in history, and you may have heard a little blip about this earlier on the radio thing from Fox history people. They mind their own stinking business. This is my job, mister. Sorry. In 1493... Columbus sailed the deep blue sea, And on this very day in 1493, Christopher Columbus was sailing near what is now the Dominican Republic and reports that he saw 3 mermaids. He said they're not half as beautiful as they are painted. He set off with a Nina Pinta and Santa Maria, hoping to find the western trade route to Asia. The mermaids are seafaring lore since the time of the ancient Greeks. A woman's head and torso, fishtail instead of legs, a mirror and comb. Mermaids live in the ocean and can take on human shape and marry mortal men. They're linked like sirens, who are another folklore figure of chicks, part woman, part bird, who live on islands and sing seductive songs to lure sailors to their deaths. Most of these mermaids were manatees or Steller's sea cows, which became extinct from hunting. Let's see, ancestors of the elephant. 3 different species. There were a lot of them in Florida. Man, I'll tell you, the number of manatees when I used to do boating and stuff too, get scars from propellers and everything. Manatees live about 60 years, have no natural predators. They don't get far enough out of it for shark attacks and stuff. But anyway, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 326. And by the way, speaking of that, and then we'll get on to a business, in Louisiana, a woman named, I don't think I have her name here, but Sutton. Yeah, Erin Sutton. Erin Sutton in Louisiana is in trouble because, she always wanted to be a mermaid. And by golly, the other night she got her chance. Unfortunately, it was in somebody else's pool, and she wasn't wearing any clothes. A neighbor called the cops and said, excuse me, 911, what's your name? Well, there's this woman out here, and she won't leave my property. So the cops showed up. She was found naked and swimming in the pond next to this guy's property. She's 41 years old, and she refused to get out of the pond. And the deputy's saying, listen, you got to get out, ma'am. She says, I'm trying to be a mermaid, mister. And she wouldn't get out of the pond. Eventually, they dragged her out. And because of the cold temperatures, very cold temperatures, and she didn't have any clothes on, so they called the medical services to make sure she was okay. Spring. Anyway, as a deputy tried to escort the woman inside to a residence to warm up, she charged at him and attacked him. So they put a taser on her. They deployed the taser and it had no effect either. My God, she sounds perfect for the Kimmer. Anyway.
But you realize this is the 9th, right? Today's the 9th?
Yeah.
We may have the headline of the year, because the headline read, Naked woman allegedly assaults deputy while intoxicated, claims she was trying to be a mermaid.
Right. Well, it is the 9th day of the Kimmer Revenge Tour 26.
That's true.
It all does seem to come together. Anyway, good Lord. All right, here we go. The new video. Flounder, play the sound of the new video, if you will, sir, of the body cam and the woman in Minnesota who ran into the federal officer. And as you do that, we can tell you that it clearly shows that not only was she not terrified for her life, she was talking to people. Hold on, I'm going to get my other news notes here. Here we go. I took this off of my phone. This happened on Twitter is when this first started. There's the new video, which is important to understand. The body cam shows footage of the ICE agent who shot and killed the woman as she tried to run him over and ran into him in her vehicle. He was directly in front of the car when she floored it. You can hear the engine. We have the sound of the woman of that incident or not? Flounder?
You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead. Out of the car.
That's the agent. Get out of the car.
Get out of the car.
You hear that? You hear that?
Drive, baby, drive.
Yeah, and the wife, the one who the woman who got out of the car was her wife, her companion.
Yeah.
And then yelled at her, "Drive, baby, drive!" And that clunk was running into the agent. Mm-hmm. That's when you shot her. And by the way, a couple of naysayers are saying, "Oh, well, the agent wasn't hurt that bad. He kind of hopped around, First of all, it's not the point. And secondly, they did take him to the hospital. I mean, it's just these people.
And what a good shot he was to avoid the dog.
I know. I love
that.
Thank God. Yeah, she brought her dog with her.
Yeah, they put. Not only it'd been only worse if they'd put the kid in the back seat and the baby seat.
Yeah. Yeah, there was kids' clothes and toys and stuff in the vehicle. What a great mother.
FAFO.
That's right. And on purpose. She was a leader. of the hate ICE movement.
What is a mother of 3 doing out there?
Right.
Agitating cops, following them around.
During the day, instead of being with her children.
In the morning.
Instead of being with her children, you take them to the park for a nice day.
She's getting off on it. So's the other one.
That's right. I do it for a living. 3:30, happy Friday. How's it going? Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and have a little fun. See what's going on. What do you think? Look out.
Get connected to Extra 106.3 on all your favorite apps. Then download ours and stream the station across Georgia. We're live online at extra1063.com. Stream live video from the studios on YouTube. And of course, Kimmer, Boortz, and your favorite Extra shows in crystal clear digital on the Extra 106.3 app.
Braves fans, get ready because Braves Fest is back on January 31st, presented by Delta. And there's a great lineup of events and activities for everyone to enjoy. This free Fan Fest includes returning fan favorites like player photo ops, Catch on the Field, the Braves Fashion Show, Bowling with the Braves, and more. And fans can enjoy new additions like the Player Walk and Rally to lead off the day, Braves Country Karaoke, live podcast recordings, and the list goes on. Plus, player autograph sessions are now on sale for purchase. And on Friday, January 30th, dust off your denim and diamonds and join the Braves for the Braves Fest Country Gala, presented by Truist. This high-energy rodeo night benefits the Atlanta Braves Foundation and offers exclusive access to your Braves players. Cowboys and cowgirls can brand their own hats. Enjoy live music and line dancing and so much more. Visit Braves.com/BravesFest to learn more. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Ain't nothing beats the cozy comfort of a warm fireplace on a cool Georgia night. Tug here for Chimney Solutions. But before you light that fire, make sure the chimney's clean, safe, and ready with my friends at Chimney Solutions. Atlanta's trusted chimney experts for over 25 years. Did you know that a dirty and damaged chimney could lead to dangerous carbon monoxide leaks or even chimney fires? Don't take that chance. Chimney Solutions certified technicians use state-of-the-art equipment to ensure your home and family are protected. They also specialize in gas log conversion, fireplace remodeling, and energy-efficient chimney caps that keep pests and rain out and heat in. From cozy cottages to luxurious homes, thousands of Atlantans trust Chimney Solutions to keep the heart of their home burning bright. Visit chimneysolutions.com to read actual customer testimonials. chimneysolutions.com. Chimney Solutions, keeping Georgia homes safe, warm, and beautiful for over 25 years.
Evaluating landscaping contracts for 2026 will stop dealing with unreliable vendors. You need the Ricks Group Landscape Management. Certified, insured, proven experts, trusted by property managers, HOAs, and commercial clients across Metro Atlanta. Specializing in hardscaping, drainage and erosion issues, ready for a reliable partnership, a detailed proposal, and a professional team you can count on. Will start your RFP search now at thericksgroupga.com, where experience and accountability meet landscaping results.
The Georgia Swarm are turning 10, and you're invited to the celebration. Come out for Country Night on Saturday, January 10th at Gas South Arena, presented by Georgia Lottery. It's been 10 years of professional lacrosse right here in Atlanta with the Swarm, and we're going big with cowboy-themed giveaways, a mascot halftime showdown, and a birthday bash for the whole Hive. So dust off your boots, grab your crew, and join the party on Saturday, January 10th at 7:30, Gas South Arena. Get your tickets now at GeorgiaSwarm.com.
Hi, it's Los, here with Tom Mitchell, the Honest Car Guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
You know, Los, we found a better way for customers to buy a car. An honest way, a very transparent way. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee.
How do you prove that?
We even prove it to you by giving you a copy of the bill of sale at the end of the deal.
How much can people save when they buy their next vehicle with the Honest Car Guy?
I've saved people upwards of $20,000 and $30,000. I mean, it really depends on the year, the make, the model of the car, and the price of the car. You know, on a $15,000 car, I can't save you $20,000. We can probably save you $2,000 or $3,000. But it's through the course of the whole sale. The big one here that people don't realize, the financing. You go into the dealership, they tell you your rate's 9%, or really it's probably 7% because they're allowed to make 2 points on there. The Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, try the Honest Car Guy. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or honestcarguy.com.
All right, I got it now. It's Friday. How's it going? Look out. Stand by. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder at Let Her Rip Friday. We're talking double albums, baby. 2014, the 10 greatest double albums of all time. It was a reader's poll, Rolling Stone magazine. 2014, greatest double albums ever. The top 5, Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen, The River.
That's pretty good, yeah.
The Rolling Stones, Exile on Main Street. Pink Floyd, The Wall. And the winning, The Beatles, their 9th album, only double album released in November of '68, The White Album.
Well, those are 5 good albums.
Yeah.
Great album.
Yeah. Anyway, 2014, Rolling Stones.
I'd say
Reader
Physical
Poll.
Graffiti might be ahead of them, but that's just me.
Well, now, see, I wouldn't have any idea.
Or Exile on Main Street ahead of the White Album. Because the White Album was a mishmash of a bunch of different songs. It had no,
a lot of them were already written.
Yeah.
Well, what's that? They're already written?
Some of them, like a lot of the times when you go do an album, you write the album there, but a lot of them are already written. So they just kind of put them in the studio. And
still a great album.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Just different,
Our birthday list includes John Doman. Now, I know the face. I didn't know his name. In fact, when I looked him up, you may not know that name either, but if you see his picture and see his face, you'll know who he is. John Doman is 81. He was in The Wire, Gotham, Oz, ER, The Affair. Very known actor, at least maybe not by his name, but if you saw his face, you'd know him. And speaking of music, and again, I'm going to show my age here because I don't have any of this and have no idea what it actually was or is. On this day in 2001, Apple launches iTunes. It revolutionized the way people consume digital media. 2 ex-Apple employees developed an MP3 player, so in 2000, Apple rehired them to work on a similar thing that would become standard with Apple computers. Along with iPod, the MP3 player Apple released in 2001, iTunes revolutionized the music industry. A simple, portable way of listening to a whole bunch of music. The sleek user experience made it easy to burn CDs, manage digital music files. Steve Jobs, the Apple founder, credited with iTunes' success as a marketplace. Record labels were losing money because of internet piracy, so Jobs made a deal with 5 major record labels to sell their content on iTunes. It was above board, profitable for the music industry. Cultural cash of its companion product, the iPod, made iTunes an unqualified success. Then, let's see, TV shows, apps, podcasts, artists recorded exclusive singles, released albums on iTunes. There was a festival in 2007 until 2016, and then the iPod took over Apple's marquee product. The iTunes Store was still prominent, but streaming services, Spotify challenged them. Apple launched Apple Music. In 2019, Apple announced iTunes would not be included in the latest version of its Mac operating system. No question iTunes had a major impact. The program turned what was more or less a black market into a vital organ of the music industry. Its friendly format changed the way people consume digital audio and video content. I've never used iTunes. I've never used Spotify. I've never used Apple, whatever it was I was talking about.
Yeah, you lost me at 30 seconds ago. I don't know what you're talking about.
Seriously. I'm making fun of myself, but I'm also saying, and that's why, in fact, yesterday, Flounder, Joe Baseball was really a nice, thrilling guy, but I did one of those, the differences in the generational things, too, with him. When I asked a quiz, I said, it was a birthday thing, and I said to Joe, what if I say to you 2 words, what do they mean? And I said, the words are the catch. And he had no idea what I was talking about. The catch. Now, in fact, Flounder, do you know what?
No.
The and you're for it. See, this is amazing. And it was the same thing. It's only when you get closer to Pete, I think.
What is the catch?
The catch is the famous catch in football by Joe Montana and
Jerry
Dwight
Rice?
Clark. No, it was Steve. It was Dwight Clark. And it was a famous video. You should look. In fact, you should Google the catch because it really is exciting. And after, actually, when he caught it, Montana was going down. There was no way it was going to happen. He kind of flings it up there, and Dwight Clark just snags it out of nowhere and just kind of tiptoes to the sideline. It was incredible, and it changed everything.
I always think of the catch Montana did to Jerry Rice. And that Super Bowl where John Candy was in the stands.
Oh yeah. Sure. But what's known as the catch?
That wasn't Jerry. That wasn't Jerry.
No,
that was
wasn't?
the other guy. Who was the other wide receiver they had?
Let me see.
Damn it. The other good one.
Oh, that's a good question.
He kind of gets buried because Jerry was there on the other side.
Yeah. Anyway, the catch was the thing. I'm sorry, I got distracted there, but it's kind of just a generational thing.
Dwight Clark or Nick Cardigan?
No, it was John something, I think. That was, let's see.
Oh.
John.
Starts with an S? I should. Yeah, I'm the one to ask about names. Mercy.
We'll find it.
We'll look at it. We're getting at it. Ask Grok. Oh, by the way, did I hear that now you're going to have to pay for Grok, and they're changing rules because
You've
people complain?
You've always been able to have to pay for some parts of Grok if you want the highly big one.
Oh. Well, apparently there are people complained about them doing dirty movies or something, so now you have to
that's a Europe thing. John Taylor.
John Taylor, yeah, it's right here.
Oh, John Taylor, that's right. John Taylor was a very good receiver.
Yes, very good. Supposedly, in some parts of Grok, you could get sexually enhanced images where you could put people or things into positions, and he got in trouble in Europe over it, so now they've reeled it in.
I mean, it's not supposed to be a porn thing, is it? I mean,
come on, it's the internet. I mean,
yeah, but still, God.
If you can't see a little porn on the internet, what good is it?
It's right there. It's not like they're hiding anything. What do you expect a man to do?
If you can't get two girls kissing on the internet, then I don't.
Reminds me, I have a double shift this weekend on girlkiss.com, so I got to work a double shift.
What does that mean?
Well, it's an editing process where they said, because I'm pretty good at evaluating, the final product.
Well, because I'm thinking 2 hands, no waiting. What? That was uncalled for, Senator.
At long last. You know.
No, I do not.
Not really. I guess this is the way it's going to be.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. Screw it. Just a quick thing about this Minneapolis. And by the way, seriously, give Minnesota to freaking Canada. Minnesota is going to come. I'll bet you anything. Although California may be able to top it because California is just so freaking big. But Minnesota, so far, apparently is going to be the example of the biggest example of fraud and
in our history,
in the history of the country.
Mm-hmm.
The country. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is unbelievable.
Which is why they got their minions out on the street stirring up trouble, so you'll look the other way.
Right. And not only are they demanding, we want all the video to prove that police officer murdered that woman in cold blood, which is backfiring because the video, we just played the video and you heard the sound of her hitting the freaking cop and knocking him down.
Oh, by the way, the headline on Daily News, stunning new footage shot by ICE agent who killed Renee Nicole Good shows what really happened.
So J.D. Vance did a great tweet. I'll read it here.
Yeah.
If you want to say this woman's death is a tragedy, that we should all pray for her soul as Christians and Americans, then I agree with you. But the media's dishonesty about this officer in an all-time moment in shameless press propaganda. Does this law enforcement officer have a family? Yes. Did he get seriously injured by a vehicle just 6 months ago? Yes. Did he have a reason to fear for his life? Yes. Does he have every right to safety while doing his job? Yes. I want our law enforcement officers to do their job and come home safely to their family. If you don't like the immigration policy of the Trump administration, attack me. Leave our law enforcement alone. And it's time for the press to finally tell the truth about this story.
I'll tell you, J.D. Vance, between that and in fact, we'll repeat that again.
She's looking right at him when she floors that
and smiles.
Accelerator.
She's laughing the whole time.
No, that was before. Everyone says, well, she didn't see him or blah, blah. She's looking right at him when she floors it.
Yeah. And even if they say, well, she was just trying to get away, that makes it even worse. If she was trying to get away, that woman then made a split-second decision to be willing to run over a police officer in order to escape responsibility.
A federal agent told her to get out of the effing car.
More than once, yeah.
Anyway, so I mean, there's in fact there's a guy named Matt went on X and made a couple of quick, these are very simple yes or no's to the instantly crumbling the narrative by the left wing. One, that Renee was terrified for her life. Well, she was absolutely not. She was smiling and taunting the officers. Number two, that the officer was not hit. Clearly, you just heard it and you've seen the new video. Bang, we will play it again for you. Number three, that Renee didn't know who the officers were. The new footage shows she knew exactly who they were and why she was there. Fourth, that Renee was acting peacefully trying to leave the scene. She slammed the accelerator directly into the police officer, even though she had a full minute to leave the scene before he even got to the front of the car, and she chose not to do it. And she was not involved in any ICE activities. She was a leader of the ICE activities. She did this for a living, and she learned it from her son's collective school, charter school, where they teach diversity and collectivism, and got her involved in the Hate ICE, Hate America program. Good Lord. Schools. 345, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounders. Letter of Friday. We're going to be fine. We'll be fine. Here we go. Boortz at 4.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
So your New Year's resolution was to slow down on the drinking. Now you're in a jail cell facing a DUI. Time to call A Second Chance Bail Bonds. A Second Chance will get your loved one home quickly. For 20 years, they've been helping folks with 12 locations across Metro Atlanta and Birmingham and are available 24/7. For fast, professional, discreet services, call 404-BAILOUT. That's 404-BAILOUT or visit atlbail.com. A Second Chance Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us.
Hey Atlanta, it's Mark from Atlanta Safe House. It's 2026 and it's going to be a great year. So let's start the year off with a quiz. So what's the difference in a criminal and a socialist Democrat? Well, a criminal wants to steal your stuff, but a socialist Democrat wants to steal your freedom. So let's talk about safes. The Atlanta Safe House has the largest selection of safes in the Southeast. Brands like Browning, Champion, and Fort Knox. With over 500 safes in stock, we are the place to buy a safe. So come by the showroom or go to atlantasafehouse.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
The Georgia Swarm are turning 10, and you're invited to the celebration. Come out for Country Night on Saturday, January 10th at Gas South Arena, presented by Georgia Lottery. It's been 10 years of professional lacrosse right here in Atlanta with the Swarm, and we're going big with cowboy-themed giveaways, a mascot halftime showdown, and a birthday bash for the whole hide. So dust off your boots, grab your crew, and join the party on Saturday, January 10th at 7:30, Gas South Arena. Get your tickets now at georgiaswarm.com.
No, everything's fine. Totally here. Look out. Look out. Here we go. Elvis. On this day in 2005. 2005, Elvis went to number 1 in Britain with Jailhouse Rock. The single sold just 21,000 copies to reach number 1. This is 2005, the lowest number of sales ever for a British chart topper since they began collecting the data in the 60s. The single was released in the first place to celebrate the 70th anniversary of Elvis's of his birth, which was, as you know, yesterday. And when he was 11 years old, his mother bought him his first guitar in 1946. And on the anniversary of his birth, a previous Elvis chart topper was re-released each week, 2005 in Britain. So there you go, a little jailhouse rock. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? Let's see. Our birthday list here today includes... I'm going to sneeze. Hold on a second. Are you guys talking about yourself?
He's sneezing. He's sneezing, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just proud he knows the sneeze button. I think that's great.
You know, last time, not making this up. I've got to clean my place. I'm allergic to dust, I think, and it's really stupid. But last night, I think I set a record. I remember counting. I sneezed, violent, big time Charlie sneezes, 6 times in a row. That's a lot. That's a lot. Anyway,
I know people will do it. It's rapid. It's like gunfights.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
It's
bam.
not a happy thing. Let's see. How about Crystal Gale's birthday today? Crystal Gale, don't make my brown eyes blue. Crystal Gale is 75. Loretta Lynn's little sister. There you go, little Crystal Gale. And on this day in history, now I've taken away my spot here in my history, Mr. Phone. What the hell's the matter with me? Am I cracking up or what? I could be cracking up. It's very possible.
Is that a rhetorical question?
I think it's kind of a rhetorical thing. I was going to do this one. Oh, here we go. We'll do this one. We'll do this one here. 1976, on this very day, the classic rags to riches story gets a macho spin in the award-winning Rocky, written by Sylvester Stallone. They began filming on this day in 1976. Born in the gritty Hell's Kitchen part of New York, Sylvester Stallone was a juvenile delinquent. He was kicked out of a whole bunch of schools before he ever hit 15. He eventually went to a high school in Philadelphia, studied drama at the University of Miami. Sly Stallone moved back to New York, later Los Angeles, wanted to be an actor. The idea for Rocky came to him while he was living in a seedy apartment in Hollywood with his wife and a dog. He wrote scripts so he would have a better role to play. According to a profile, it turned out that he wrote the entire script in a frenzied 3.5 days. After long negotiations, he sold the script to Irvin Winkler and Robert Chartoff on the condition that he play the lead character, Rocky Balboa. His only other role, and you may have seen it, I've seen the movie, a previous leading role in the low-budget flop called The Lords of Flatbush. They wanted to cast an actor with a higher profile like James Caan or Burt Reynolds or even Ryan O'Neal. Rocky was based on the real-life heavyweight champ Muhammad Ali taking on the little-known club fighter named Chuck Wepner. Wepner went 15 rounds against Ali and lost. He was such a big underdog, they put him on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Boxing Strange Encounter.
What was it? It was Jerry Quarry that he fought at the Atlantic Civic Center, wasn't it?
Yeah,
his comeback.
The little-known guy was a club fighter, Wepner, Wepner. Yeah. But Jerry Quarry was the one, and Jerry Quarry was a whole different story, as I recall. He was.
Which one was the Bayonne bleeder?
Oh, God, I forgot.
Was it Wepner or was it Quarry?
I don't know. Might have been Wepner. Because I don't remember, in my head it's not linked to Corey, but that could be wrong. Anyway, Rocky trained for 6 hours a day for 5 months and had vitamins all over the place. Anyway, the movie was shot on a budget of $1 million, Rocky, and shot the whole thing in 28 days.
You know the famous scene where he's running up the steps?
Yeah.
They said they didn't have permission, so they went there really early, and he jumped out and had the camera crew jump out and film as he ran because they had like one shot at it before the cops would show up.
Anyway, what a story. I mean, seriously, and then the whole franchise, I mean, really, what a story. Good for him. 353, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. I guess we got to talk about the other thing in Portland now. My God, these freaking people, they're still protesting. Everybody's trying to stop the Democrats are literally trying to stop federal authorities from arresting illegal alien criminals. They're trying to say stop chasing them, stop arresting them, stop deporting them. Who in the world thought that would be a good platform? To tell police to stop doing their job to arrest illegal criminals in the country. Well, they caught 2 guys, a guy and a girl. One turned out to be married. Turned out they were pulled over in Portland, and they were busted. The guy driving was busted for drunk driving, unauthorized use of a vehicle, final order of removal. Suspected gang member of the Venezuela gang came here illegally 4 years ago, but the Biden administration released him. Same with his wife. She came in El Paso in 2023 and was let go by the Biden people. She was also involved in a shooting in Portland before. They're married. They got shot by the federal authorities in Portland when they tried to drive away, and then they tried to run over the police officers. And so the federal agent, fired a defensive shot, and the driver drove off with his passenger. They eventually finally caught him. They're married, and they're gangbangers. And here's the reaction. Flounder, I'm sorry, we got something there?
We can wait. We got a couple phone calls, but we can wait till the top of the hour.
Well, listen, if they don't mind for a few minutes, I want to play some of the reaction. Again, here's what the Democrats are saying. Make sure I got them all. The Democrats are calling for ICE to leave. The Oregon Attorney General says the Department of Justice is getting a formal investigation, and the federal authorities should stay out of the whole thing. Democrat Governor Ron Wyden reacts to the shooting, blaming Donald Trump for inflaming violence, and they're stopping this killing people. The other Democrat, Senator of Oregon Jeff Merkley, says there's a huge concern about the murders. Trump wants to generate riots. And here's the Governor Tina Kotek. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Kotek, reacting, blaming Donald Trump for the Portland shooting. Flounder, if you will, the Oregon governor.
We are standing here today, united as a state, wanting peace and safety in our communities.
No, you're not.
We are all shaken and outraged by another terrible, unnecessary, violent event instigated by the reckless agenda of the Trump administration.
Oh, my God. They ran
this
from the
time
cops.
In our own state, in our largest city, coming just one day after the tragedy in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's the governor of Oregon, saying she wants peace, so the cops should get out of here so they can keep their criminals. They're gangbangers.
They're for the criminals. The Democrats are for the criminals. They're illegal, alien, Trandiagra criminals. And they're defending them.
Yeah, and they were caught, and Biden let them stay. They were released under Biden and stay here. Gangbangers. Do we have time for maybe one call, Flounder?
Yeah, we got every Friday, Susan.
Every Friday, Susan. Hey, baby, how's it going?
Hello, gentlemen. So I've been thinking a lot about the media and why they push the lie.
Yeah.
And I think I figured it out. So the reason they do it, they're not necessarily complicit. They're more the architect. If you look at the lies like the Nick Sandmann, the Covington boys, Kyle Rittenhouse, the Russian hoax, and now this, they knowingly push the all-out lie, and they know they can get it out there just long enough for the crazies to absorb it and then to be triggered. And then, when the truth finally does come out, they're just like, oh, well, we didn't get it right, or we got the story wrong. But they do it because they know it's going to be out there just long enough for the Dems in Congress to repeat the talking points and for the media. And then it's just long enough. And then this is why these things happen. And it's in my opinion, it's a form of treason.
That's exactly what it is. Can you imagine having that as a statement of what you believe about the country? How much hate do you have to have in your heart? And how much? I mean, I can't believe that they really think this is good for America. They're trying to destroy our country.
And they totally are. And then if you listen to the words of Kotex, as you like to say, and then Waltz, and they always use the word, he's dividing us, we're united. They're the ones dividing us. And the other thing, one more thing about Waltz, he talked about the safety of the community and all that.
Yeah.
So police departments, especially like in Minneapolis and big cities, one of the things they're trained in is crowd control. So if he would have allowed those police officers to just calm the crowd, hey, protest, shout, have your signs, but don't engage the officers, that woman would still be alive. That death is on him.
That's exactly true. And these Democrats who are calling them Nazis and saying stop them, block them, fight them, we don't want them here, get the blank out, all that kind of stuff. What do you think is going to happen when they say things like that? Anyway, Susan, always a pleasure. Sweet. Hi to Kelly. Have a great weekend.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks, doll. We have time for Flounder's Funny? I
got a quick one right here.
All right, here we go. A little something there.
I'll be honest with you, sometimes I struggle with pronouns. Not because I'm transphobic or homophobic, it's because I'm antisocial. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're telling me how to address you when I wasn't going to talk to you in the first place. You get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have anything to say.
Is that our birthday boy?
No, I'll have him next.
Oh, okay, who was that?
What was his name?
I didn't mean to throw you. I thought
you're good.
It's all right.
Barlin Max.
Oh, we've heard him before. He's some funny guys. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, Let It Rip Friday. Anything goes. How you doing? 404-741-1230. Have a great weekend, and a little rain here for a while, and then it'll be all right. All right, anyway, join us if you like. Let It Rip Friday. Stand by.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
They'll be open for business soon. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. That message from President Trump to oil executives at a White House meeting focused on Venezuela after the recent U.S. arrest of leader Nicolas Maduro.
One thing I think everyone has to know is that if we didn't do this, China or Russia would have done it.
The president suggesting China and Russia would have been risky neighbors in Venezuela. Chevron has been the only U.S. oil company left in the country. Vice Chair Mark Nelson just telling President Trump,
for more than a century, Chevron has been a part of Venezuela's past. We are certainly committed to its present, and we very much look forward as a proud American company to help it build a better future.
The CEO of ConocoPhillips says U.S. banks may need to be involved in financing investments to rebuild Venezuela's oil industry. President Trump taking questions moments ago on Wednesday's deadly shooting in Minneapolis, highlighting a woman screaming shame at ICE agents in one video.
She was a agitator, probably a paid agitator, but in my opinion, she was an agitator, a very high-level agitator, so professional. She wouldn't stop screaming. I said, this isn't a normal situation. This is a professional troublemaker.
City and state officials reject the federal narrative that a driver shot and killed by an ICE agent was using her vehicle as a weapon. The president's meeting on oil comes just hours after a key snapshot on the U.S. economy.
Right now, the economy is running hotter than we've seen in decades.
National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett pointing to optimistic projections, in part because of wage growth, even though today's jobs report shows sluggish hiring. Just 50,000 jobs created in December, but the unemployment rate declined to 4.4%, retreating from a 4-year high. And there are new records on Wall Street. The Dow up 237 points at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
Welcome to the most wonderful time of the year, when millions of Americans open their credit card statements, scream in terror, and start looking for new ways to save money. If that's you, why not cut your wireless bill in half with a saver plan from Pure Talk? You'll get unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigs of high-speed data on a super fast 5G network for just $20 a month. Ho, ho, ho. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will help you switch in minutes. Again, talk, text, and data for just $20 a month.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
There we go. Stand by. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and Neil Boortz. Neil Boortz, Happy New Year, sir. How's it going? Welcome aboard, and what's going on?
That would be me.
That would be you.
Hey, I just want to tell you I enjoyed that hour and 15 minutes that you allowed me to sit in your studio a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, listen, it was you can fly up here anytime you feel like it. For that matter, we can do every Friday 4 to 6, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, do I have to come up there to do that?
Well, no, we'll link you into your freaking bus. You could be on the road. Have your sweet lady there on the wheel or something, and just do a broadcast. You're describing the scenery, doing 70 or something.
We enjoyed the battery.
Excellent. Good. Yeah,
what'd you do? And the Omni Hotel treat. Oh, there's one problem with the Omni Hotel.
Really? What's that?
Well, they have a huge shower in there, in our room.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we had a primo room.
Okay, like a 2-person shower. Okay.
Well, Kimmer, there's not other than the shower handle and the nozzle. There's nothing to hold on to in that shower.
Oh my! Well, other than your wife, but no handlebar type things or seats or anything. I'll be damned.
Nothing. What if you slip? I'm old.
Yeah.
My doctor called me and he said, Neil, you need to know there's a new F word. There is, yeah.
Frail?
He says it's fall.
Fall, yeah. Oh, in fact, I was joking not long ago with Pete. When you get to a certain age, if you're putting on a pair of jeans, for example, or taking off a pair of jeans, when you're putting on a pair of jeans, you stand on one foot and you lift up the other foot to put it in the leg, and then occasionally your foot will get stuck going in, so you do a little hop and you finish putting on the pants and you're fine. Oh, yeah? When you get to be a certain age, you can get that little hop, you're going down. It's just not the same.
What's really bad is your big toe will get caught right there in the crotch.
Yeah, and then it's over.
And your big toe is trying to go down the left leg, and the rest of your foot's trying to go down the right leg.
For a piece of furniture to hold on to.
All you can think is, how the hell am I going to get up now?
I know.
When I hit the deck.
I'm breaking a hip.
So,
that's all good.
Well, I learned, I guess, about a year ago.
Yeah.
That you certain tasks you have to perform, getting down on the floor, cleaning things, picking up. Yeah. Always have a plan how you're going to get up.
Get back up again. Yeah. Always roll to the side. Never try to do it. Same as getting out of bed. Roll to the side to get out of bed. Don't just stand up quick or your back will go.
Boy, how long does your back hurt after you get up?
It actually doesn't, because I'm usually awake long before I actually get out of bed.
Yeah, for me, maybe just a few minutes, and then I'm good.
Really? You're a little stiff in the morning.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a privilege.
Yeah, you're up. You're alive.
I mean, so died. How old was he? 72. Damn kid.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I'm betting over the odds already.
So, listen. First. Yeah, Trump moved on Maduro after our little show, didn't he? Wasn't it that night?
Might have been that night. In fact, I don't remember actually. I might have well been that night. He was listening to the show. I know he's a big fan of the show. So,
well, he's always following me around.
Well, there you are.
But what a wonderful move that was. I just ate that up. I was glued to the TV. I had to pay attention to that all day. I didn't even watch the Georgia game.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, two of the biggest military success stories that are going to go down in the annals of military history are the Iran nuclear raid and the Maduro raid. I mean, astounding amount of specific moment-by-moment processes planning is just remarkable.
And now there's a video on the internet today about a takeover of one of these rogue tankers that was just masterfully...
there's another one.
Yeah.
And they did it even though they knew there was a Russian submarine guarding it. And he said, oh, yeah, screw you. What are you going to do? Are you going to shoot us? I mean, I'm talking about balls, man. It was beautiful.
The media, it was a Russian flag tanker.
Yeah, my ass was
what
fake.
they did is they went and got some red, white, and blue paint and painted a Russian flag on the side of it.
It was a dark tanker. That's what they even call it, for crying out loud.
I know, but they painted a Russian flag on it, and then the media, the obedient media, said, "Oh, it was a Russian flagged."
Yeah.
Oh my! And speaking of the media, you can always depend upon them. Yeah. This Jacob Frey or Fry or whatever.
Oh, the mayor.
Yeah, the mayor of Minneapolis. Yeah. That ICE agent actually hurt his hip closing a refrigerator door.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, and he's doubling down, still calling it murder and unjustified, and they shouldn't be here in the first place. I mean, it's all backwards. And again, the point to me, and I mentioned earlier in the beginning of this program, Democrats in America today, the Democratic Socialists, want American federal agents to stop going after illegal aliens, to stop arresting them, and to stop deporting them. How the hell is that something that they should be, a goal for America?
Look. through Biden, through Obama, the Democrats worked so hard, so diligently. They put their heart and soul into flooding as many illegals into this country
and they got away with it.
As they could.
Yeah, they did it.
And the reason was we need these people. At some point, we'll start the movement to declare amnesty and give them the right to vote.
That's right.
And they will create a permanent Democrat majority for us.
Yeah.
And they worked on this for a decade, and then all of a sudden, here comes Golden Boy, Donald Trump, and he just dumps their plans on its head.
Right.
And, they're furious. All of this effort, all of this work, they never believed, under Joe Biden, we got to do something about illegal. Well, we need comprehensive immigration reform. No, you don't. You needed Donald Trump.
Yeah, you need a new president, like you said.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really astounding. It was it's so freaking obvious that they did it, and they basically got away. Then they are going to nationalize all the people that they let in here and expand the courts and have new states. I mean, it's just, they've said what they're going to do. We know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
After impeaching Donald Trump again, if they ever get control in this year's election.
Absolutely. That was the plan. And by the way, I'm an evil person.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Well, for
maybe
instance,
just, not really. That's.
Come on, I want more hair tackles in the NFL.
Yeah, but is that illegal to pull them by the ponytail?
It is not.
Yeah. Rip it right out of their freaking skull.
I know. As I understand
Grab
it,
their
it is not.
Jewelry, too, by the way. Do a jewelry tackle. That's what I'd love to see.
But players are reluctant to do a hair tackle, a braid tackle, because they fear retaliation. But look, if a championship or a playoff is on the line, grab those damn braids and yank on them. I'd like to see braids all over the field.
Absolutely. You're asking for it.
I can't wait to, these kids with these tarantulas on their head.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and it is. They get these braids so tight, especially the women now, that it ends up pulling their hair out.
I know.
How many gracious black women have you seen that are going bald from the front back because of these tight braids?
Yeah, I know.
I got nothing. And then the media on this. I'm sorry.
No. Please go.
No, I only have sympathy for the children of this woman that got shot.
That's right.
She's smiling like some sort of a leftist smartass.
Yeah, and the dog.
Oh, she had a dog.
She had a dog in the car.
Is the dog okay?
Dog's okay.
Oh,
thank God.
Hey, I want you to search. I heard one of the greatest dog names.
What?
I want you to go on the internet and search for a dog named Pube.
Pube? Might be kind of hard to call him in for dinner in the yard. I don't know.
Well, there is a dog named Pube. I'm all for. During the day, when Don and I are driving around, I count the number of dogs I see.
All right, sir.
There's Doggo 1, and there's one in the building here. It's a Havanese, and its name is Buffy.
Buffy, okay.
Yeah. If Buffy sees me, she's up on her hind legs doing the little prayer thing with their front paws and everything.
Oh, nice.
If Buffy turns up missing, it's me. I got her. Yeah. And, her owner can come after me. He's a Norwegian.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I said that same thing to a guy once about his wife. If she ever turns up missing, I got her. Don't worry about it.
Did you actually? Oh, I only hope that this good, whatever her name is, and her wife, I only hope that this is an intensely nasty thing to say.
Okay.
I only hope she had a few moments of consciousness to think of how badly she screwed up.
Well, honestly, I'll bet she thought of herself as a hero. I mean, seriously. And again, Neil, we just found out late yesterday, and I haven't seen anything in the news about it really. That the reason she became so enamored of trying to fight American federal agents from the kids' school.
Yeah.
God, I mean that just tore me out when I said, you got to be kidding me. They start with the children and then go up from children up to the adults. I mean, this is unbelievable.
So this charter school ended up getting the parent of one of their students run over or killed or shot or whatever it was.
Killed. Yep. That's right.
Yeah.
The school's fault. The people who are in charge of that program in the school that got this mother involved are the ones responsible. Like every single Democrat who is saying, fight ICE, stop ICE, we don't want ICE, they're Nazis, they're Gestapo, they're kidnapping people, they're ruining families, they're separating children. Although, well, of course, my God, it sounds like we're being overrun. Of course we ought to fight to stop those people. Oh, I'm sorry, no, they're federal officers. We should not be trying to stop them. They're going after criminals. I mean, the Democrats are, I can't believe it. They're to blame for all of this. They're to blame for all of the rights. Another George Floyd all over again.
Well, speaking of George Floyd, the news reports on this situation with the ICE and that woman.
Yeah.
A lot of outlets made a reference to George Floyd because apparently this happened just a couple of blocks away from where he took the eternal celestial dirt nap.
Oh, I didn't know it was that close. Either way, still Minneapolis, still Minnesota. Which I say we should give the whole state to Canada. Cut it right the freak out and just...
Well, a lot of these outlets say near the place where George Floyd died, or near the place where George Floyd died of a drug overdose.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But it was CNN that stepped forward and said, near the spot where George Floyd was murdered.
Oh, my God.
And George Floyd was not murdered. He died of a fentanyl overdose. Yeah. And Derek Chauvin is a political prisoner.
He is absolutely a political prisoner. And by the way, once again, the documentary showed that he was doing exactly what the police department trained him to do.
Yeah.
Exactly. They showed an example on the documentary was a woman doing the same neck-knee thing maneuver business. Unbelievable. And he's in prison for 20 years plus.
And he's in prison simply because of political correctness.
Yeah, doing his job.
Because they're afraid what the mostly peaceful, law-abiding black people in this country would do if all of a sudden he was freed.
Yeah, there you are.
So, but if he was in prison on a federal rap, he'd be free by now.
Oh, God! Oh, no kidding! No question about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So let's see. I'm over college football.
Oh, got one game, a big game tonight, Neil. Oregon, Indiana. And Indiana could, we're kind of excited about it because Indiana is like the New York Mets of 1969 or whatever it was. They're a Cinderella team. Whoever thought Indiana would be the best team in the country, and I hope they win it all for that matter.
But they're not student athletes anymore, Kimmer.
Well, I know, but again, we all agree on that. In fact,
they're professional athletes now.
Yeah, it's a minor league NFL, basically, is what it is. Yeah. And they're all rich, by the way. So, and again, now Pete's going to have Holy Crap at Sports, and there is a case about a guy, one of the kids, this NIL business and transferring because they got offered more money. I mean,
$7 million, was it?
It's destruction of American college football, in my opinion. The whole thing is.
I mean, I was over with that nut job, what's his name? Kaepernick. Whatever his name was. I was over pro football when that happened. That was it. I haven't watched a pro football game since then. I mean, since the NFL started putting Black Lives Matter in the end zones and all that. No, hell no.
Yeah.
And now we have, who's this Puerto Rican nut job that's going to be at the halftime show?
Dingy Bob, or I don't know. Who's that freaking guy?
God, I can't think of his name. He's such a star. And I can't think of his name. Bad Bunny.
Oh, Bad Bunny. That's it. Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
I don't know.
Hey, I got Super Bowl tickets. Oh, my God, I got Super Bowl tickets. I'm going to see Bad Bunny. I'm going to be able to see Bad Bunny in person. Oh, my God, my life is so great.
Well,
oh, jeez.
Whatever happened to the Beach Boys and the Stones and, for halftime.
How about Kinky Friedman and the Texas Jew Boys?
Yeah, there you go.
That would make a great halftime show.
Yes, it would.
Well, you heard about his two biggest hits.
His two biggest hits are...
they don't make Jews like Jesus anymore. And get your biscuits in the oven and your buns in the bed.
In the bed, there you go.
Which beats the hell out of that, whatever WAP stands for with Cardi B.
Oh, Lord, good, yeah. And that was like the number one song and biggest hit song of young people and stuff, too. And oh, my.
Can you believe it?
No. Well, yeah, I do.
Well, yeah, actually.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay, was that woman that try to run over that ICE agent? Was she being paid?
We don't know, but again, nothing would surprise me. Donald Trump indicated she may well be, and again, I wouldn't be surprised at all because she became a leader of the what do they call them? An official witness. Or
ICE Watch.
A witness, ICE witness watcher or some official title that they've given themselves. And somebody's supplying them with the bricks and with the stuff and the places where to go and the information. And I mean, it's not just, they're driving on the way to the store and said, I see something going on. I think I'll go over there.
And her so-called wife was saying, drive away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Egged her on and admitted it.
Wonder how she feels about that.
Well, she's already said it's her fault. She's crying and weeping that it was her fault. She got her woman killed. So, there you are. And again,
lately,
the kids,
there's plenty more where that one came from.
3 children and a dog. 3 children and a dog.
I'm upset about the dog.
Yeah, absolutely. Dogs are going to be okay, but I hope, anyway.
Found a picture of pube yet?
No, I'm not going to be looking for pube. If I type in pube on my computer, I'm fairly sure.
Oh my gosh. It's part of the Dickey Broadcasting computer?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No, you might not want to do that. Oh, boy. I love what Donald Trump said about the Venezuelan. Some reporter, what are you going to do with all that oil on the tankers? Donald Trump, we're going to keep it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Could you imagine Biden or anybody else saying that?
God. And again, Donald Trump right now is again live at the White House with the oil people. I mean, Donald Trump goes live at the White House almost at least once a day to just open up to the world what he's doing. I mean, this is astounding. How many? It'd be fun to find out after the first. Well, it would take too long. How many minutes Donald Trump has gone live with the American people compared to how many minutes that scumbag cadaver crime family head went live with the American people? Oh my Lord! I mean, again, there's never been a president like this. He's got to be. This will be changing the way a president runs the office and runs for the office. I think.
Remember, we got 3 more years of this.
I know. And I don't think Governor Haircut from California is going to last 3 years to the next.
Well, California is collapsing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, he's going to be caught. And by the way, if they're going after California next for all they have official assistant attorney general just to investigate fraud in America.
I spent 8 years of my young life living in California, Orange County.
Yeah, I was there for a little while.
So I lived a little bit of time in San Francisco.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. And, when it comes to scenery and things to do, I mean, California, I could be swimming at Laguna Beach in the morning and skiing at Big Bear in the afternoon.
I have often said California may be the perfect state for geography. It has everything. Yeah. Mountains, desert, water, ponds, lakes, ocean. I mean, climate, differences in elevation, the trees, Muir woods, the sequoia. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's got everything. Literally everything.
How did it get covered with maggots?
Well, they let them in, and they keep breeding.
Boy, they'll do that, won't they?
I don't know, man. I was there 2 years in the '80s when it was all just. Try to ask a woman out, you're liable to get hit in the head.
Oh, by the way, I just saw a news break here. It just came across my iPad.
All right, sir.
Yeah. Closing refrigerator doors is now a major cause of hip replacement surgeries.
Little Babylon Bee, is it?
I love the Babylon Bee.
Yeah, me too. I got a bunch. I always have 4 or 5 on my phone that I look at.
There was a headline there today. Teenager confused about how parents still don't know everything when it only took him 16 years.
No, they got a bunch of them there. That's a classy place, a very, very funny place.
And I like to repost it. And usually I put Babylon Bee there. I don't want to make it look like I'm trying to take credit.
You wouldn't do that.
No, hell no.
No.
Because I'm not that bright.
No. Well, you're bright. You're very bright. It's all the brightness.
Speaking of bright, the Queen and I now have tickets to see Nate Bargatze.
Oh, you do? He's my new favorite guy. He and Bill Burr and a couple others. But Nate Bargatze, the funniest guy. When we play him on Flounders Plains, he's my favorite one. I just don't
understand how he does that. because if you were to read it, it wouldn't be funny.
No, it's all. I mean, it just comes out of him. It's just that's what makes it so good. Is that it's just he's just telling you. He's just telling you. He's just saying it. It's not a bit. It's not like it could ever write it down and put it on notes.
No, it's just this. He's the one about his wife. He's in Fort Lauderdale, and his wife is flying down to meet him. And he says, "What time are you heading to the airport or leaving?" Well, at noon. Your flight's at 12:30. Do you think the plane's parked in the driveway? Do you even understand what an airport is?
Yeah, he's a very funny guy. Well, where is it down there in performing down there somewhere in Florida?
Yeah, he'll be down here.
Cool.
In the place where the Florida Everblades play hockey.
By the way, you want to talk about a lawyer story?
Sure.
The hotshot lawyer who was representing Nick Reiner, who murdered his parents, Rob Reiner and the wife.
Didn't he quit?
The hotshot lawyer, defense attorney Alan Jackson, has dropped the case, and the insiders are saying because he would become a pariah because everybody loved Rob Reiner and Michelle. This one other lawyer says the backlash is he would be their super loved, thinking more about his reputation than money. It's not the money. He said Hollywood A-listers have a small crew of influential attorneys they turn to if they're in trouble. You can count the number of those guys on one hand, and Alan Jackson is on that list. If you fall off that list, the phone stops ringing. And they're saying you can see the celebrities taking can you imagine the celebrities taking the stand like Conan O'Brien? Conan O'Brien's going to be attacked for saying, it's my party, it's my house, I'm not calling the cops. If Conan O'Brien isn't a truther, you could have saved these people if you'd only... You know what I mean? Oh, my God. Yeah. Someone's going to have to take on Conan O'Brien and all the rest of them.
Well...
he doesn't want to do it, apparently. He's out.
I have an unpopular opinion about criminal defense attorneys.
I know you do. Tell the little people.
Well, I consider them to be heroes.
Yeah, well, we all need. The good thing they're there. Well, you need to win the trial. You can't just accuse somebody like in other countries. You're guilty until you have to prove yourself innocent. So
I like to watch the cop shows.
Oh, me too. Me too.
And I get really ticked off sometimes at the end of the show.
They not be charged.
The suspect is innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
No.
They caught him.
He is not innocent. He is presumed innocent.
Yeah.
Presumed by who? The government. Because the government is the only entity that can deprive this jerk-off of life, liberty, or property.
Yeah.
And since government is the only entity that can do that, that can lock him up, that can kill him, that can take his stuff away. The government must presume he is innocent until he is proven guilty in the court of law. But you and I are different.
Yeah.
We know damn well that this Italian, that shot that health care. We know damn well he's guilty.
Yeah, I mean, please.
I'm not presuming him innocent for a heartbeat. Yeah. But the government has to. The government has to prove it. That's the loops, the hoops they have to jump through in order to take that sorry SOB's life.
Yeah, I know.
And they, so.
Yeah.
And then these women. What's his name? What's his first name? Leonardo,
I believe. Leo Mangione, I think so.
Yeah, Leo. Oh, he's innocent.
Yeah, he's
Free
so pretty.
Leo. Oh,
yeah.
God. Lady, I'm sure glad I don't roll over and see your face in the morning.
Well, and again, there's a whole throng of them, I guess millions of women who are in love with this guy and think, that he was treated unfairly because he's so pretty or something. I mean,
like the Boston Bomber, him too.
Yeah, unbelievable. Chicks, man, chicks.
He's there for the rest of his life.
Yeah, presumably, but was this New York? Where the hell was this? New York State? Where the hell did this? I forgot where the shooting was.
Manhattan,
New York City.
Manhattan, New York City. Yeah, the governor of New York. Probably pardon him.
I guess that
she's gone nuts. She's gone even more woke than ever. I mean, she's doing all the shooting business of the ICE agents and everything. I mean, they're now the Democrats' now official stand is not only do they hate police and want to defund ICE, they're back to defunding the police, Neil. Another thing, the Democrats now again want to defund the national police as well as local police.
Well, I'm enjoying Mom Dammy in New York.
Oh my God! What he's doubling down too.
Well, how about this tenant protection gal?
Yeah.
He put it, and then the press questions her, and she starts crying like a little baby.
Her mom lives in a mansion, and of course you can't live in a mansion anymore when she takes over in New York. And they ask her, she starts bawling like a baby.
Well, her mom has the sense to live in Tennessee. Anyway.
Yeah, Nashville. Yeah.
Do you spend much time in Tennessee?
I really haven't. I would not that I have anything against it. I've driven through it. I've been there. I think I got arrested there. No, I was in North Georgia. Sorry. I've been through it a lot. Yeah.
I love Tennessee.
Tennessee's a great state. It's a pretty state. It's got everything, It's got music.
Except, well, Nashville is blue.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, politically. Yeah.
But there's a great RV resort up there. It's walking distance from the Grand Ole Opry. And in the Boortz bus, I spend as much time with my bride as I can there.
To go Arby's?
Huh?
Do you say it Arby's?
RV.
Oh, I was going to say, it's like when Michael Scott go to New York to try all the famous inbred New York hotspots like, Domino's or something,
Well, you know what we don't have in Naples?
What don't you have in Naples?
A Crystal.
Oh, really? Yeah, sliders?
Yeah.
Well, Crystals is kind of is that still even, do they still even have them?
Yeah, they do.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen a Crystals. I don't think I've seen a Crystals around here.
Well, there was one on Piedmont. They closed it because, they'd rather sell them than be held up.
Or to be arrested, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you misunderstood. I want all the sliders. Oh, sorry. Yes. Click.
But I was actually offered by the Crystal Company. They said, we'll let you have the franchise rights to 3 Crystals down there in Naples and Collier County. So I don't know squat about
you want to be a restaurant man, fast food restaurants. For guys who would, I guess you could probably, make a lot of money or whatever, but it's got to be a headache. Hiring people. Can you imagine being in a place where you have to hire people to work fast food at minimum wage? How difficult that's got to be to get people you can trust to be in there to take care of your business for you.
Well, there's 2 McDonald's near us. There's the South McDonald's and the North McDonald's.
Yeah, the North one better.
They're in different demographic areas.
Yeah.
Just make of that what you will.
Yeah. Well, North McDonald's probably has a better clientele.
Oh no.
Oh, it's the South McDonald's, yeah.
Yeah.
Benita
the South
Springs
McDonald's is where Greg Mosherry used to work as a teenager.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Yeah. But boy, if you want the order to be right, you go to the McDonald's located in the more expensive demographic.
Yeah, well, chances are.
That's the one Judge Judy goes to.
Well, there you go. Neil Boortz, hey, hi to the missus, and have a great weekend, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next week. Happy New Year,
I'm going to go take another nap.
There you go. Semper Fi, man. Look out. Neil Boortz, Kevin, Pete, and Flounder. 431. Here we go. Look out.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Faith, family, freedom. These are the cornerstones of America and the foundation for a successful life. But today, all 3 are under attack. Crushing debt, out-of-control spending, and reckless policies in Washington are threatening your savings, your retirement, and your future. Hi, this is Glenn Beck. The only financial advisory firm I recommend in Atlanta is Nicholas Wealth Management. David Nicholas and his team believe protecting your money is about more than wealth. It's about defending your faith, your family, and your freedom. If your hard-earned retirement is left exposed to market chaos, higher taxes, or inflation, what happens to the life you've worked so hard to build? For over 20 years, David Nicholas has helped families right here in Atlanta fight back with retirement strategies built to better withstand uncertainty. Call Nicholas Wealth Management today, 404-890-5606, or visit nicholaswealth.com. Aim to safeguard your future today.
Nicholas Wealth is an independent financial services firm that uses a variety of different investment strategies. Glenn Beck is not a client and is paid for his endorsement.
Ain't nothing beats the cozy comfort of a warm fireplace on a cool Georgia night. Tug here for Chimney Solutions. But before you light that fire, make sure the chimney's clean, safe, and ready with my friends at Chimney Solutions. Did you know that a dirty and damaged chimney could lead to dangerous carbon monoxide leaks or even chimney fires? Don't take that chance. Chimney Solutions certified technicians use state-of-the-art equipment to ensure your home and family are protected. Chimney Solutions, keeping Georgia homes safe, warm, and beautiful for over 25 years.
The new year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock, because your personal information is in endless places that are outside of your control. And it only takes one mistake, not even your mistake, and it'll expose you to identity theft and financial losses. Tanya and I know this firsthand, and LifeLock alerted us before any damage was done. This has happened to us several times. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second and alerts you to threats that you could miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist will fix it, backed by the $1 million protection package. In fact, restoration is guaranteed or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. That's LifeLock.com, promo code BECK. Save 40%. Terms and conditions to apply.
Hey, it's a Kimmer talking about Stovall.
Yeah, I just wanted to brag on Stovall. I went up there and actually got a quote on some of their material up there, and he gave me the quotes I wanted, but he said what would work best, they don't carry, and referred me to one of their competitors. That's how good they are. And sure enough, he was right. The material he was talking about that they don't carry, it's actually going to work best for me. So I've got that on the way. It all worked out well. Makes me want to go back and buy something from them now.
Folks, when it comes to landscaping supplies, start at Stovall. 11 locations around Atlanta. Online at StovallInc.com.
You and your buddy. You've been through a lot with each other. The ups and the downs. He's been with you every morning, noon, and night. You've traveled the world together. Heck, he was even with you on your first big date. But have you noticed he's struggling lately? Not performing on the job. He can't even stand up straight anymore. He's wanting to cry out for help, but just doesn't know how. He needs Dr. Deal and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can give him the gift of good posture this year, help him stand proud and become all he was meant to be. Now, take him by the hand, look him in the eye and say, I appreciate you, little fella, and we're going to get you some help. We're going to call 404-777-1911. We're going to visit stopmyed.com. We are going to say goodbye to erectile dysfunction forever. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. It's a hard conversation to have, but it's one worth having. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Online at stopmyed.com.
The Georgia Swarm are turning 10, and you're invited to the celebration. Come out for Country Night on Saturday, January 10th at Gas South Arena, presented by Georgia Lottery. It's been 10 years of professional lacrosse right here in Atlanta with the Swarm, and we're going big with cowboy-themed giveaways, a mascot halftime showdown, and a birthday bash for the whole Hive. So dust off your boots, grab your crew, and join the party on Saturday, January 10th at 7:30, Gas South Arena. Get your tickets now at georgiaswarm.com.
All right, I got it now. Oh, it's Tito. I would never hurt a child. Hey, how you doing? Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. We're going to do either a game or tweets coming up in a minute. We got Flounder's Funnies, Holy Crap at Sports, and the Jacksons. Yeah, look out now. 1991, Randy Jackson from the Jacksons was charged with beating up his wife, Eliza, and their 7-month-old daughter, Stevana. He pleaded no contest, got probation, had to go into a program domestic violence deal. That was in January of 91. And then in November, he was arrested again when the wife called and said he's still beating us. Or beating her anyway. This time they put him in a mental hospital for 30 days, had to serve the rest of his probation and enroll in a year-long domestic violence rehab program. And finally, his wife divorced him. Hell, she should have shot him after the first time. Anyway. And again, ladies, make sure that you've told your girlfriends in advance that he's going to kill me, he's going to kill me. I had to get a gun to protect myself. And then make sure after you've shot him that you take his fingernails and scratch your face real good so your skin is under his fingernails. So I wouldn't advise. I'm not advising that. I'm just saying if there was like a TV show and you wanted to, shop or try to protect, I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm not, Seriously, Yada tattoo.
Hey, how about some tweets?
Why not? Well, we got everything else going on around here. We got Pete Davis and memes and things and little Pete's tweets.
So when he brought up, Neil, the Piedmont Crystals there at Far Road, that was at Far Road, remember?
Oh, that was Far
Piedmont
Road.
And Far.
That's right. That was Far Road. Oh, my God, that was Far Road. I forgot.
3 a.m. on a Sunday morning, I'm sitting in a drive-thru, and I look in the rearview mirror, and there's a boy and a girl behind me in the car.
Yeah.
A few seconds later, I look back in the rearview mirror, and there's just a boy in the car.
Just the guys. No girl to be seen anywhere, I wonder.
No, and he didn't kick her out.
No.
Quite the opposite of what happened. The guy at the drive-thru kept looking out and looking at me and looking back there, and we're just both nodding our heads. Anyway, Scott on Facebook says, imagine getting your head blown off because you're hysterically defending a bunch of people who hate you and are defrauding billions from literal child autism and disability tax money to buy sports cars and mansions. It's sad but almost enviable how delusional these people are.
It really is astounding.
CJ Pearson tweets, an innocent girl being brutally murdered by an illegal alien while out for a jog receives less outrage from Democrats than somebody who got herself killed while trying to obstruct ICE from deporting illegal aliens.
Yep.
Tells you everything you need to know about the left.
Laken Riley and all the rest of them, too.
Mm-hmm. James Woods tweets, mobilizing state forces against federal troops is exactly what finally precipitated the Civil War. These vermin are willing to use the useful idiots of the left as cannon fodder to hide their crimes of massive fraud. This Walz is walking the razor's edge of treason, prison.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Not to be found an old Barack Obama tweet from 2 years ago. Obama said, if you need a reminder that elections have consequences, check out what's happening in Minnesota.
Yeah.
For once, Hussein was not lying on that.
That's right.
And a Russian scientist in Antarctica is back in Russia facing trial for attempted murder.
Ooh.
Seems Sergei Savitsky got fed up with his fellow scientist Oleg Belugazov, telling him the ending of every book Sergei tried to read.
You spoiled it.
After months of this, Sergei nutted up and stabbed Oleg with the kitchen knife.
Damn it. And speaking of that's pretty funny. Speaking of the Babylon Bee, Tim Walz calls in the Somali military to fight against ICE, ladies and gentlemen. Another one, exhausted nation wishes Minnesota would be, normal for like 5 minutes.
You see how much that one state has screwed up the country the last 5 years?
I know it. It's unbelievable. But Maduro now polling as the most popular Democrat. Mondami tunes into The View to receive his classified morning briefing. Let's see. Democrats demand to know why ICE agents can't just shoot cars in the leg. I mean, really. And that the audio, there's no video out and audio with it showing what happened.
They were asking for it.
Yeah. In fact, Flounder, can you get that audio of the actual in-car audio? The latest thing that came out today was from in front of the car, and you're gonna hear exactly what happened as the woman. What happens is the woman's in the car. Her wife or the other woman with her gets out of the car, says, "Drive, baby, drive," and then this all happens. This is the sound of leading up to what you're going to understand will be the clunk when she hits the guy, Flounder, if you will.
You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
clunk.
Drive, baby, drive.
Baby, drive.
Baby, drive. Yep.
She got her killed.
And they're saying the cop was not hit. She was terrified for her life. She didn't know they were police. She was just trying to peacefully leave the scene.
Liar.
Everything about
she
this.
Didn't know they were police.
Yeah.
They lied. They're lying. We're talking mayors. You're talking mayors and governors of a state, looking you in the eye through the TV camera and lying because they want to keep power, and they don't care about truth or justice. And these are the same people that would put you and me and anyone who thinks like us in camps or worse.
Yeah. That's right.
Because if they can do that to an ICE agent, what are they going to do to you, John Q. Public?
Yeah. Yep. Local DAs are demanding they be part. They want an investigation now. The feds are investigating the whole thing just because there was a federal agent involved and gunfire involved, so there is an investigation. The locals are demanding that they be part of it because keep it fair, keep it fair. Yeah. Here's your winnings. Keep it fair, my ass. You can't trust anything about Minnesota now. You can't. Nope. Nobody can trust anything coming out of Minnesota. It's too corrupt and too. You can't trust anything.
This is like 1964, the state of Mississippi saying, you FBI agents got to get out of here, and if you do an investigation, well, we're going to have to be there, too, to make sure it's all on the up and up. It's the same thing.
Yeah, little kids in the car during the peace marchers and stuff. Yeah, I mean, and they're doubling down. This guy Jacob Fartface, whatever his name is, the freaking mayor, demanding they be involved in the probe. He said, it used to be that we could trust the federal government, but we just can't trust them anymore. You've got it so backwards. It's just more gaslighting. It's just astounding.
Did you see his wife? His wife is tied with the Somalis like hand and fist. Yeah. Completely.
This is the mayor also is speaking Somalian to prove how much he's in link with the community.
And the most surprising thing about that is that he has a wife.
Yeah, another good point. Oh, man. Anyway, there's more on this coming out. And by the way, can you send me that tweet, J.D. Vance? I haven't seen it on the news yet, but man, we need. You're going to hear that again here in a second. That was absolutely unbelievable. This Vice President Vance, after the comments last couple of days and today's comments, I'm telling you, this man is a treasure. We're glad to have him. Kim, Pete, and Flounder, Let It Rip Friday, 4:45 already. Look out.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. So when we go through days or weeks of volatility in the market, Sean, it's hard to know what to do. What can you tell us?
The biggest thing is don't panic or make immediate decisions with your money. Take those emotional concerns out of the middle of it. Look, markets cycle regularly. Market corrections and bear markets are a normal part of the cycle. They're just part of the plan that are going to be accounted for. If you feel nervous when you read the headlines about big drops in the market, you might not know enough about how your money is positioned. That's why it's important to get the right guidance on a financial plan for your retirement.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
All right, so now's the time to start, folks. Looking ahead and identifying if you have too much risk in your portfolio. That's the first thing. We have a helpful little resource for our listeners today. We call it the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get it today by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement, plus guides on major topics like investments, Social Security, income planning, taxes, and so forth of the key components of retirement. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework to you right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Firm does not provide tax services.
Well, we're well into the new year, and if you haven't checked out Atlanta Safe House yet, their new location, Union Hill Road in Alpharetta, they have some, as Marco said, they have something like 500 safes right there right now. And now the gun safes and pistol safes, they have more Browning and Fort Knox safes than any other territory in the southeastern United States. My first gun safe was a Browning safe. And they have big safes and little safes, and they have nooks and crannies, and they have safes for bows and arrows, and safes for pistols, and safes for jewelry and documents and things you want to keep safe. Like when I didn't have one down in Florida when I retired, lost some medical records that cost me, well, it's my own fault. I'm an idiot. So save your stuff. And again, not only the things like medical records, which is pretty clear, but also your living will, your financial records, marriage and divorce papers, and, stuff you want to save, crying out loud. And again, these safes are all sizes, shapes, and things. They can fix your safe. If you have one now that's broken, they'll never give out your master reset code to somebody else either, by the way, protecting your rights as well as your stuff. Check them out. 500 safes right there, ready to go in Alpharetta. AtlantaSafehouse.com.
Happy New Year, extra listeners. A new year means new opportunities to secure your retirement goals. At Master Plan Retirement Consultants, we help you start fresh with holistic retirement planning to create a personalized retirement roadmap designed with you and for you. Our boutique team serves you with fiduciary care, ensuring every step moves you closer to a confident, sustainable retirement. As we all know, the best retirement asset is peace of mind. Make 2026 the year you take control with confidence. Schedule your complimentary consultation today at masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. Just a quick reminder here. When people get actually worrying about health insurance, when that starts not during open enrollment, it's when the first premium auto draft hits in January. See the number, check the bank balance, say, wait a minute, what the heck is that? For families like family of four, especially unsubsidized, 2026 means paying thousands of dollars more than 2025. Deductibles so high you're afraid to even use the damn thing. They think, oh, great, I'm stuck. Well, the truth is not everybody. Washington's not making it easier. Stephen does. Health insurance doctor, generally healthy and don't rely on subsidies, maybe private underwritten options available year-round if you qualify. Less than marketplace plans. Call Stephen. He's a health insurance doctor. No call centers. It's real. Stephen answers the phone. If your January draft made you say, nope, here's the number, 678-523-0759. 678-523-0759. Before you suffer for a year, healthinsurancedoctor.net. Before you're stuck, healthinsurancedoctor.net.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Hi, it's Lowe's, here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
At the Honest Car Guy, the entire process is completely transparent. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee, and we even prove it by giving you a copy of the bill of sale. We can sell you any make, any year, any model, and at the Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or honestcarguy.com.
It's just the kind of thing you should be in a theater to watch, to be part of a theater performance or something. Queen. Da, da, da. 1976, Queen #1 in Britain with Bohemian Rhapsody. The single enjoyed a 9-week run, sold 1 million copies in a few weeks. Reached #1 again 16 years later, 91, 5 weeks after Freddie Mercury died. Eventually, this song became Britain's 3rd best-selling single of all time. Well, now I wish I knew what the number 1 and 2 best-selling singles of all time were in Britain. I wish I'd had that on my list, and I didn't know that.
Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
By Tiny Tim. There you go. Anyway, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? Our birthday list here, Let It Rip Friday, my friends. Our birthday list includes J.K. Simmons, 71 years old. J.K. Simmons, what a career this guy has and has had. He's Howard Silk on the Starz sci-fi series Counterpart. Don't know what that is. You know him as J. Jonah Jameson in the first Spider-Man trilogy. Will Pope on The Closer, Vern Schillinger on Oz, and they didn't even mention the others that I know him from. He won an Oscar for Whiplash, which I think he played like a musician, drummer, teacher or something, and he won the freaking Oscar for it. I never saw it. And he was also the accountant. We've just mentioned. He's in a great role in The Accountant, a major role in The Accountant. He didn't mention on this one. And he was also, of course, he does the farmers commercials where the guy goes into the baseball park and sits behind the post. That's J.K. Simmons giving him the seat. Anyway, so that's the guy. J.K. Simmons, 71 years old today. And on this day in history, I should have gotten you in advance, Flounder, to play the theme song for this day in history. I didn't think I was going to use it, but I've decided to do it. On this day in 1959, Clint Eastwood starring as Rowdy Yates, a cowhand on a continuous cattle drive in a TV show called Rawhide. If you don't know the show, you know the song, Get 'em Up, Move 'em Out, Ride 'em In, Rawhide, by Frankie Lane. And man alive, never missed Rawhide, Rowdy Yates. Clint Eastwood, anyway. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 4:54. Now, Flounder got this. Incredible comments from J.D. Vance. This vice president, I'm telling you, he's been so impressive. If you didn't see the comments, I hope you did, from yesterday's when he took over the White House press briefing, basically, and then a couple of days earlier than that when he made his comments before the live audience as well about what the heck has been going on with Maduro and the media and things like that. Here's today's tweet, mostly concerning the Minnesota case of the woman who ran into and tried to kill, whether she admits it or not, of course she can't because she's dead, and this entire case, which they're still calling an innocent woman who was murdered. Here's J.D. Vance's tweet today. If you want to say this woman's death is a tragedy, that we should pray for her soul as Christians and Americans, then I agree with you. But media dishonesty about this officer is an all-time moment in shameless press propaganda. Does this law enforcement officer have a family? Yes. Did he get seriously injured by a vehicle just 6 months ago? Yes. Did he have reason to fear for his life? Yes. Does he have every right to safety while he is doing his job? Yes. I want our law enforcement officers to do their jobs and come home safely to their family. If you don't like the immigration policy of the Trump administration, attack me. Leave our law enforcement alone. And it's time for the press to finally tell the truth about this story. The media's role in this, again, is absolutely astounding. Astounding. 4:56. More reaction on this. Jesse Ventura, former governor and the former wrestler Jesse the Body Ventura, WWE. He says after looking at that video, and the January 6th Republican Party is a domestic enemy of our Constitution. He says we're a third world country now. The draft dodgers playing golf, and I was in Southeast Asia. His school got raided by ICE agents. He said they're standing up for American freedom. He totally supports the anti-ICE protesters. Jesse Ventura, anti-ICE protesters, all in favor.
He's still alive? Who cares?
Yeah, I know. And Stephen A. Smith, in fact, how long's his comment there, Flounder? Stephen A. Smith.
Let's see. It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay, we'll do it after the run. Stephen A. Smith is kind of a funny guy. In fact, Flounder and I were talking about this before we went on the show today. Stephen A. Smith, we're going to play his sound bites after the 4 o'clock or the 5 o'clock news. Stephen A. Smith said the agent should have shot the car. The agent should have shot the tires of the woman in Minneapolis, which is pretty stupid. But Stephen A. Smith said the shooting was justified. From a humanitarian's prospect, he wishes the guy could have shot the tires or shot the car or something. But from a law enforcement...
That's not how it works.
Yeah, I know. That's silly. Remember, wasn't it Biden who first said, well, they shoot him in the legs? Yeah. Man.
Okay, we've already proven that from 12 feet...
like I tried to attack Pete on video with my phone running and fell over my cowboy boots and fell first, and Pete goes, bang, you're dead. Anyway, coming up, Stephen A. Smith then also shows why he's pretty much an old-fashioned Democrat and not to be feared, and more like we can understand him again. Anyway, Flounder, how about that Flounder's funny here?
All right, here's a little Dion Cole.
Oh, yeah, it's his birthday today. All right, come on.
Lost my phone about a month ago. Got it back. I didn't even think I was going to get it back neither, because I got one of the wallet phones. You can keep your credit card and stuff in. They told me this white dude turned it in. I was like, that's what's up. See, when white people find shit, they call lost and found. When black people find shit, they call it a blessing. Thank you, Jesus. I just told you I cracked my screen and needed a new phone.
That's Dion Cole. Dion Cole is in the movie, the TV series Blacklist. I haven't seen it. I know of it, of course. Dion Cole in Blacklist, and he's a comic. He's 55 years old, and I swear I've had him. He's the guy I had on my show as a guest in the studio, which was rare back in the old days, in the 90s, which is early 2000. It was very rare. And as I recall, he had more fun teasing me because I was calling myself the Kimmer. He said, so you sit down at dinner and says, the Kimmer would like someone to pass the salt? And he was a very funny guy. And anyway, so Dion Cole, happy birthday, 55 years old. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? It's Let It Rip Friday. Holy crap, it's sports. We got sports and we got all kinds of... We still got Flounder's funnies, and we got a game, and we got it all here. Hey, happy Friday. Look out.
This is WFOM and
in Venezuela. On Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump urging oil companies to head back to Venezuela and sink billions into rebuilding the country's oil industry, telling them during a White House meeting they'll be dealing with the U.S. and will have total safety. But he also says the U.S. wants Venezuela to survive.
Well, Venezuela needs money, and we're going to make sure that they get money, and we're going to get money, and the oil companies are going to make something for the work they do, and they're going to get back their money. We're devising a formula, but it won't be so much of a formula. It's going to be what they need.
Many of the oil industry executives thanking the president for the U.S. capture of leader Nicolas Maduro, including one Venezuelan American official.
I speak of Venezuela in general in saying there's optimism. You've brought optimism to the table, and if the conditions are met, the opportunity is absolutely immense.
I agree with that. That's true.
The president also says he now plans to meet with opposition leader and Nobel Peace Prize winner Maria Machado. President Trump also telling reporters Iran is in big trouble as mass protests there continue.
We're watching the situation very carefully. I've made the statement very strongly that if they start killing people like they have in the past, we will get involved. We'll be hitting them very hard where it hurts.
Adding that does not mean boots on the ground. Multiple deaths have been reported in the Iranian regime's response to the protests. Each side doubling down after a woman in a car was killed by an ICE agent in Minneapolis.
The feds say this shooting was self-defense. But if you ask some of those local protesters here, if you ask the mayor, Jacob Fry, they say this was murder. This was not supposed to happen here, that they were trying to kidnap one of their neighbors. So this woman was just trying to do the right thing.
Fox's Alexis McAdams in Minneapolis, where protests continue along with a debate over the handling of the shooting investigation. America is listening to Fox News.
Welcome to the most wonderful time of the year when millions of Americans open their credit card statements, scream in terror, and start looking for new ways to save money. If that's you, why not cut your wireless bill in half with a saver plan from Pure Talk? You'll get unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigs of high-speed data on a super fast 5G network for just $20 a month. Ho, ho, ho. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will help you switch in minutes. Again, talk, text, and data for just $20 a month.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of leg, ready on your dog target. Hair, road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the giver with Pete Davis and Flounder. And you, Let It Rip Friday. Anything goes. Our numbers, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Big game last night in college football. Another big game tonight. Holy crap, at sports is coming up. We got Flounder's Funnies. We still got a little game to play here. A lot of weird things going on in the news other than the stuff with the Minneapolis. And again, this is just disgraceful what's happening to the media in this country and the Democrats. The Democrats basically are saying their major point is, in America today, the Democrats are saying they want federal agents to stop looking for illegal aliens. They want federal agents in America to stop arresting illegal aliens, no matter what crimes they've committed. They want to defund ICE. Democrats are now trying to pass a bill in Congress to take away the money to defund ICE. This is defunding the police. This is another George Floyd. And they're still calling it a murder. They're still saying, she didn't, she was an innocent victim trying to get away, was murdered by a rogue cop, kind of like the rogue cop who murdered the innocent woman on 2 feet in the, Ashley Babbitt in the January 6th business. But again, and we'll talk about, and the reaction is just, it's typical. It's amazing. These people are trying to destroy their country. They're still saying, get ICE out of here. We don't want federal agents. The Democrats are not in favor of federal authorities rounding up illegal aliens who have committed crimes. How is that possible that that's a stand to take?
Because their votes. They want their votes. They don't care. All they care about is power.
Yeah. And again, if they win the off-year election, they may not be able to control the Senate, but if they control the House, they'll impeach Donald Trump, and they will make the move to nationalize immunity, alien immunity for all those people who came in here illegally. They'll be given immunity, they'll be given papers, and be able to vote. And that's why this election this year, and I hope that Scott Best and the rest of them are right, that the economy is going to be exploding with happy goodness, because that's going to be apparently it's, the economy stupid is still the main thing. And again, if these Democrats keep up this, they're fomenting the violence. They're responsible for all of it. They killed that woman. And again, that she learned to be part of this at her child's school or charter school. Dear Lord. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And also, I want to play.
Apparently, someone said on our YouTube page, apparently there's a GoFundMe for the lesbian wife. It's up to $1 million.
Oh God.
Yeah.
$1 million for the wife of the
hope it's worth the blood money's worth it to her. She got her killed.
Yeah. Every time you spend it, you can write a check.
No one writes checks anymore, Kimmer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Except for Kimmer.
I still write my checks.
It'd be interesting how long that phrase stays in society.
Write a check?
Writing checks. Because there hasn't come along something to replace it yet. Yeah, no one writes checks anymore.
My mom would always write checks at the grocery store.
She
was that one
I hate
lady.
people like that.
Oh, my God.
I think I'll write you a check.
Oh, I messed up. Let me start over.
Yeah.
2 zeros.
Oh, God. Was that a 92?
Oh, man.
I guess now you say, well, I'll just tap my card or I'll click my card or
That's all
something.
you do now.
Unbelievable. Yeah. I still don't do that. I'll slide it in there. I'm too nervous about the tapping. I don't know why.
The tapping is almost safer.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, I guess because they could fake those things on the inside.
Yeah,
I guess they can't
that's
fake
what they do
outside.
at the gas stations and stuff like that. You see.
Yeah, that's right.
I always test. I put my fingers in it and I wiggle it around to make sure it's solid.
If it's loose, it's a fake digit gathering machine thing. Yeah. God, remember the days when cell phones were fairly new and you could be on top of an overpass on an interstate and you could collect everybody's cell phone number.
Yeah.
On the radio one time, on the radio, there was a call from somebody. I guess I was calling home or something, and some woman answered. And it was a woman who was not I couldn't understand her very well. And so I asked her what was going on. And then I realized it's somebody had collected my phone number. And so I said, well, you're a lucky contestant. You're now the winner of our special radio contest. What is your name, ma'am? And I tried to get her to give me your name and all this stuff. And she realized something was going on and hung up on me. But I had my phone collected from somebody on one of those little collect things over an overpass or something.
I would like to just give you kudos for showing such restraint there when I left something right on the tee for you and you just ignored it.
I probably did. Which one was it?
When I said I put my fingers in it and wiggled around to see if it's loose.
Yeah, it was too. I couldn't. There's no way. There's no way. I'd get the blame, and it wouldn't be. A stone too far thrown. It was something. Anyway, Kimber Pete and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Let's see. The Iranian thing. In fact, Flounder just made a comment during the break when I was going in there, and he said, it's amazing, this Iran story, nobody's covering it. There are riots in Iran. For the fact that there are riots in the streets in Iran anyway is big-time news. I mean, nobody's covering it. And Donald Trump, and the reason they're doing it is because Donald Trump has their back. Donald Trump is changing the world. I mean, again, this is because Donald Trump says, boy, if you people, if you start shooting these demonstrators or going after demonstrators who are in the street, mostly because of the economy, that's where it kind of started. And again, with the oil crisis for Iran, if we keep their oil from, being on the market, they're going to be suffering like crazy, and their citizens are going to be doing the street and protest like they're doing right now. And it all comes around in a circle, and Donald Trump has very clearly said, let's see if I got a comment. Donald Trump said, if Tehran violently kills peaceful protesters, America will come to their rescue.
Yeah, the opposite of what Obama did. He ignored it and helped the mullahs.
Hell, he gave, didn't he? It was in Iran. He gave like $6 million in $5 billion in $20 bills.
Unmarked bills.
Unmarked bills in crates. Yeah. Trump says they've been told very strongly, even more strongly than I'm speaking to you right now, Iran. If you do that, you're going to have to pay hell. And what's happened is they're in the street shouting, although some of them are shouting death to America by the Ayatollah Khamenei shouting death to America. But these people are complaining about Iran. And by the way, the Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi, whose fatally ill father fled Iran before the country's 1979 Islamic Revolution. I mentioned this name before. The Crown Prince Pahlavi, the father, fled to America. He was sick and he had his surgeries and stuff like that. His son was a classmate of my older brother Gene at Williams College in Williamstown, Massachusetts, where my brother was also the golf pro at Taconic Golf Course, and I played golf there, and we used to go by the house where the Crown Prince's son lived in Williamstown, Massachusetts. And now the Crown Prince is all grown up, and the people are saying, we want him back.
Well, I don't think that should happen. They get a republic going. Don't bring the shop people back.
But here's what I looked this up the other day. I saw this story and I looked it up and I never got to it. But this is, hold on a second now. Where the hell did I put it? Oh, I'm going to hurt somebody if I don't. Oh, I hate when I do this. There we go. No, that's it. Crap. Oh, here, I got it. Here we go. Because of there are now protests in the street in Iran, and leader Khamenei is trying to, one of the stories I heard yesterday was that he and some of the other Ayatollah top leader guys have already made plans to flee. They're afraid that it may be to the point where they're going to have to flee.
Where?
Yeah.
Where are they going to go?
Well, I don't know. That part was
Russia.
Yeah, I don't. Probably or China or North Korea. I mean, who's going to take them?
I'll tell you, the other half of the Muslim world won't take them.
No, absolutely not. They don't want anything to do with them. Because
they hate them.
They also rather be worried about us.
The Sunnis hate the Shiites.
Yeah. But here's this last thought here. This is amazing to me. Think of I'm going to give you some weird figures here. Iran is now trying to get the citizens to stop protesting by offering them money. Iran is now offering monthly payments to, quote, preserve households' purchasing power, controlling inflation, and ensuring food security. The plan represents a shift away from support subsidies toward direct assistance for the citizens. $10 billion to subsidize certain imports will be given to the public. Iranians who are eligible, listen to this now. Iranians eligible will get 1 million Iranian tomans. Their currency. They'll get 1 million Iranian tomans. 1 million Iranian tomans amounts to $7.
$7. Yeah.
$7. You have to get 1 million coins, 1 million pieces of 1 million one toman things to get $7.
That is Weimar Republic,
Jesus.
Germany, 1930.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I remember when piastres went from $1 from $120 to like 7,000 to the dollar. I mean, this is unbelievable.
I used to, for years, I carried 1 mil pesos in my pocket.
Yeah, I know. It was unbelievable. First time I went to Mexico, it's like what's it, 100 pesos to $1, and then it was like 5,000 pesos to $1. Oh my God,
we ate like kings.
Yeah, I know it. The American dollar went a long way, baby.
Long way.
All right, 514. Kevin Pete Flauta. Look out, here we are.
President Trump is restoring freedom, bringing justice back to America, and restoring power to the people. And the conservative voice of Atlanta has his back and will always bring you the national and local voices you need when it matters most. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Christmas is over, so why not get what you really wanted? Jaron Solomon here, and now is the time to treat yourself to the perfect piece at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, because you deserve it. Or maybe your New Year's resolution is to make someone else's dream come true with the perfect engagement ring. Or Valentine's Day with a gift that says it all. No matter what you are shopping for, we have 3 Atlanta locations in Buckhead, Alpharetta, and Sharpsburg, and endless ways to celebrate you and the ones you love. Don't forget to head to the website at SolomonBrothers.com to check out the clearance page to get the absolute best deals on the styles we simply bought too much of for 2025. And with our low price guarantee and flexible financing, luxury has never been more accessible. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, helping Atlanta say I do since 1982.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We are a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage. We do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I recently read an article that said 65% of those surveyed, they're more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are of death itself. So let's talk about some of the ways you can help our listeners replace that paycheck they've relied on for all these years in their working lives.
Well, it makes sense that they'd be scared of that because what do you do if you run out of money in retirement? You're going to go back to work? Who's hiring folks that are retired and physically and mentally you're going to be able to do that? And isn't the whole point of having a financial advisor so that you never have to worry about that again? So one of the ways that we do that is we build a fully comprehensive income plan so that we know there's money coming in every month that'll cover your bills, give you the quality of life that you're looking for, no matter what the market's doing, no matter how long you live. In some cases, regardless of what happens to you health-wise. So we can put plans in place to eliminate or at least mitigate all of those kind of risks every single person deals with in retirement.
I know a lot of our parents relied on pensions, but let's be honest, Evan, the pension is becoming a thing of the past. But there are ways for folks to create their own personal pensions, aren't there?
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of do-it-yourself pension. But when we do the pension ourselves, the one negative with a pension is all the value in the pension goes away once you turn on the actual income. With the plans that we build, with the do-it-yourself pensions, you maintain that asset, or more specifically, your surviving spouse, your kids. And so you live forever. You get a ton of paychecks, and whatever's left over goes to the wife and kids, surviving spouse, beneficiaries, whoever that might be.
Call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary review of your savings and investments today. Call 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
This is Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing, the honest plumber. Like me, Superior Plumbing has been doing business for more than 40 years. Trust me, to last that long takes dedication to doing the job right and building trust with your customer base. I've used Superior Plumbing for years, and owner Jay Cunningham is committed to making you a customer for life, too. Next time you need a plumber, visit thehonestplumber.com.
The honest one. Call 770-422-PLUM.
The Georgia Swarm are turning 10, and you're invited to the celebration. Come out for Country Night on Saturday, January 10th at Gas South Arena, presented by Georgia Lottery. It's been 10 years of professional lacrosse right here in Atlanta with the Swarm, and we're going big with cowboy-themed giveaways, a mascot halftime showdown, and a birthday bash for the whole Hive. So dust off your boots, grab your crew, and join the party on Saturday, January 10th at 7:30, Gas South Arena. Get your tickets now at georgiaswarm.com.
This was today, 20 years ago today. Shock jock Howard Stern moves his show from regular radio to Sirius Satellite. It was a 5-year deal for $500 million. And now for Glickman's Flums. If you need Flums, you need Glickman's. Holy crap, it's sports. And Pete Davis.
Well, you can't hate the NCAA enough. They've decided that the day after Trinidad Chambliss' attempt to win a national title comes to a heartbreaking end, that they will not give him a 6th year of eligibility. Now, 6 years is silly for a player in college, but it's not like there aren't other players who've hung around longer and are still playing. Once again, the NCAA throws a dart on the board to make an arbitrary decision, which screws college football, because who doesn't want to see this kid play again next year? Yeah, there's no transparency in their decisions, never have been with the NCAA. Ole Miss will appeal, probably won't work. I'd take him to court. NCAA never wins in court. I'd sue them out of existence. But as for the game last night, Miami scored with 18 seconds left, and an Ole Miss Hail Mary fell short as the Hurricanes advanced to the national title game, a 31-27 thriller in the Fiesta Bowl. The Hurricanes will be the first team to play for the championship in their home stadium down there in Miami Gardens. Ticket prices reportedly skyrocketing now that Miami is in it. They await the winner of the Indiana-Oregon game tonight here in the Peach Bowl. Zach Klein of Channel 2 reports that Hoosiers fans greatly outnumber Ducks fans downtown. It is a sea of red.
No kidding. Cool.
Yeah. Now, Georgia fans have to watch Carson Beck go for a natty a year after leaving Athens for Coral Gables. Trinidad Chambliss became a mythical sports legend during this run, so has Pete Golding with his brutal honesty during this anarchy. And if the Ducks win tonight, Mario Cristobal will be coaching against the school he left to return to South Florida.
Man, what a strange financial.
He's got a temper. He's interesting. Like he was yelling last night to get all these useless people off the podium and let the players come up. These extra people. He nutted up on an assistant who got near him. This guy doesn't mess around.
Cool.
Interesting. Another strike for Lane Kiffin. His attempt to wrestle away Washington quarterback DeMond Williams Jr. has failed. Williams is returning to the Huskies in 2026. He said it on Instagram last night. This after signing an NIL contract for big money, then breaking it by trying to enter the transfer portal to go to Kiffin. Yeah. He claims he's now fully committed to playing for UW.
Yeah,
mainly because his first agent dumped him, and his new agent told him to get his tail back to Seattle before he got his pantsuit off.
Yeah. Now, I was going to ask you about this. I don't know if you're done with the story, but at some point, I'd like to know your opinion about whether you think he can undo the damage or whether it doesn't make any difference.
You know why?
These days. They probably don't give a damn these days.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
So they'll forgive him.
Yeah.
They'll forgive
Plus, they're all in it for the money now, apparently, so they're all in the same position. You probably all say I'd do the same thing if it meant more money.
But maybe NCAA should be paying more attention to what Lane Kiffin is doing because he's. I mean, the sucker.
That's finagling with a system under the table kind of deal.
Allegedly. On 3 Sports went back and found the receipts of the so-called college football experts and their preseason predictions who would win the Natty. Of the 20 experts, how many do you think still has a chance to be right?
For the final game, probably 18 out of 20, I guess, because they're so good at it.
Lower.
16 and a half of them.
Lower.
14.2.
Lower.
18. Let's see.
Lower.
12, 9, 14.
1.
Oh, God.
1.
Yeah.
Taylor Lewin of ESPN picked Oregon. Only 1 picked the Bulldogs. That was Brett McMurphy. 3 picked LSU, including Kirk Herbstreit and Lee Corso. 4 had Texas winning it all, including Paul Feinbaum.
Oh, wow.
3 had Alabama, including Josh Pate. 2 had Ohio State. Those 2 were Urban Meyer, no shock, and Joel Klatt. 2 crazy people had Clemson, but 4 so-called college football experts chose, get this, Penn State.
Holy cow. Is this a preseason poll to see who would win it all? Oh, my golly.
Remember that the next time Heather Dinich and Danny Cannell wax poetic about college football. My apologies, though, to Heather Dinich for putting her in the same pot with Danny Cannell. Heather does a good job, despite the delusional opinion that James Franklin could win even 1 big game, much less several, and get to the national championship.
Yeah, well, I like that little Heather, naughty little Heather. I like that naughty little Mina somebody or other, too.
No, I don't like her either. She's an anti-American piece of crap. That's She has a flag behind her in their office about South Korea. Did South Korea give you the opportunity to do this, Mina? Was that South Korea did this for you?
I was just looking at
Be proud of who you are, man, but you're American first. Just enough of this.
Absolutely.
The Falcons have interviewed at least 3 men not named Matt Ryan for their new president of football job. Mike Disner, who has been the chief operating officer for the Lions since 2022. Brant Tillis, who joined the Panthers in 2024 as their executive VP of football operations. And Josh Williams, the 49ers director of scouting and football. Myles Garrett tweeting, the Cowboys asked the Falcons for permission to interview Atlanta DC Jeff Ulbrich for the same position in Dallas. What do you think the Falcons said?
Probably they want to keep him because, they've been so good at this year.
Falcons said no, that you couldn't talk to him.
I'll be darned.
A Cleveland reporter says John Harbaugh's list of demands include $20 million a year, $10 million staff budget, total authority over the roster, and wants to select his own general manager. Would you do this?
I think the part about the general manager would probably be a sticking point, but I'll bet they'll pay. Somebody will pay him $20 million.
You know what? The Falcons won't do it because they want Matt Ryan, who hasn't even run a banana stand somewhere. He's going to be the one picking. Now, he may do a great job, but he's got no record of doing something like this.
Now, would the general manager issue of that the coach would basically determine who?
Oh, hell yeah, that would completely. Because Arthur Blank just sat there and bored us all when we weren't falling asleep, telling us that the director of football is going to be the guy who picks the GM and the coach.
Right.
So they would do something stupid like that. They choose Matt Ryan over John Harbaugh. Matt Ryan, who is a great player, great regular season player, but never won anything and came up short. Well, he won an NFC championship. Yeah, we've done that before. Oh, he won the division. Yeah, we've done that before. Did he win the Super Bowl? No. He was one of the 4 people to help blow it. Did he win the next year when they were in Philadelphia, the playoffs, and he had a chance to win it in the end zone at the last? No, he didn't do that either. How about before that when he fumbled a ball on the what do you call it when you get the shotgun? In a key situation. How about when he's up 17-0 in an NFC title game in the Georgia Dome against Colin Kaepernick and the 49ers and blew it?
I know.
Once again, throwing short of the end zone when he needed it at the end. Yeah. He's come up short his entire NFL career. So if he owes us a Super Bowl if they hire him. But if they pick Matt Ryan over John Harbaugh, it's the same old, same old.
Yeah. In fact, I read one article from, I forgot who it was, a famous coach or maybe a retired coach, said that he has a feeling that John Harbaugh is going to end up with the Giants.
Oh, yeah. The Giants seem to be number
Jason
one
Dart
right now.
apparently is coming on strong as
Jackson.
a potential.
That'd be Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart, yeah.
Jackson Dart, who was in Phoenix last night, along with Matt Corral and other people supporting the team.
We'll see.
Tomorrow night's wild card game in Chicago. You going to be watching it? Bears-Packers?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to watch it. In fact, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday are great games, I think.
Well, you know why you should be watching it tomorrow night?
Why? Who's on it?
Snowstorm predicted.
I love
temperatures around 9 degrees.
Yeah.
The wind's up to 39 miles per hour.
Oh, man. I can't wait for extra points and field goals.
It'll be 0-0.
Yeah. I've played in snow. Believe me, it's different.
Yeah, you kicked the game-winning field goal in Soldier Field. I remember that story.
No, not that one.
There's no film.
It was in prep school. It was in prep school, and 1 year in college before they threw me out of the college.
If you're a Bills... No, I was talking about the Wrigley Field home run
no,
thing.
No, that was baseball, of course.
Okay. If you're a Bills fan, you're probably glad to see a new stadium for next season, but sad to see the old one go after so long.
Yeah.
But have no fear. You can now own a piece of old Ralph Wilson Stadium, as it was once known, like a piece of the bathroom.
Yeah.
Heavy emphasis on the word piece.
Oh, no.
When they tear down part of the Olympic Stadium to turn it into Turner Field a few years ago, I got 3 of the seats. They're on my back porch.
Cool.
This ain't that.
No.
They're auctioning off these stainless steel urinal troughs from the bathrooms.
Oh, please.
There does not exist enough Clorox on this planet to thoroughly clean urinal troughs that have been soaked with Labatt Blue beer for 53 years.
I don't think so.
I looked it up. The number one beer in Buffalo is Labatt Blue.
Labatt, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, Canadian. Speaking of urinals, 81-year-old Al Michaels is returning to Amazon Prime's Thursday Night Football next season. He's been doing this since 2022. Those of you who have heard my Al Michaels descending the spiral staircase at the Georgia Dome story will know what I'm talking about when I talk about urinals. Trae Young penned a goodbye note to Atlanta on social media, sad he's leaving after 7 years unfulfilled. Quote, between the injuries, the setbacks, and situations that did not make sense, we never truly got to see our full potential. He finished with this nugget of joy. It's time to see what's possible when the support is real and vision is clear. Wow. That's a few shots at the Hawks. And you know what? He's right.
Vision is clear. Wow.
Yeah. And even though Trae is no longer here in Atlanta, he's still making Knicks fans mad. His new team, the Wizards, may not even play Young this season. The reason they say is for him to completely rehab his knee. Whoa. If so, Washington will not win many games. It will keep a draft pick that would go to New York if DC wins more games.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The 9th place Trayless Hawks in Denver tonight, the Nuggets in 3rd place in the West. And all these rumors about getting Anthony Davis, please don't.
Yeah.
Mavericks part-time star Anthony Davis has sustained ligament damage in his left hand, will require surgery, sideline him for several months, maybe half a year.
Oh,
in other words, it's Friday.
Yeah.
Please do not get Anthony Davis here.
Yeah,
he's like a darker version of Kristaps Porzingis.
Oh, I remember Porzingis.
Well, yeah, he's still with the team, but he hardly plays.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah.
The Timberwolves held a moment of silence before their game last night for Renee Good, the woman fatally shot by an ICE officer as she tried to hit him with her vehicle. A moment of silence.
The NBA, moment of silence for a woman who tried to run over a federal officer.
The Braves will be on NBC's Sunday Night Baseball 4 times this upcoming season. NBC Peacock has taken that game from ESPN. Yesterday, The Athletic reported the Braves are one of 9 teams terminating their existing broadcast contract with FanDuel.
Oh, my.
So we'll see what they're going to be this year. In another move that shows how much Commissioner Rob Manfred hates the sport of baseball, he admitted they've had discussions to start an in-season tournament, much like what the NBA is doing. Quick, name me which NBA team won the tourney this season.
Oh, golly, I think it was the Milwaukee Brewers, fairly in the American League.
Brewers. How about any season?
Yeah,
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares, no.
Manfred also says they've talked about a split schedule, like the abortion they held in 1981 after the strike, in which the Reds had the best record overall, yet didn't even make the playoffs. Robbie says he'll retire after his contract runs out in 2029. He's 67 now, and he wants to basically have about 2 more expansion teams, he says, by then.
Wow.
They don't have enough people pitching now.
These arms all now, I mean, you're going to, oh, man.
And ESPN has fired David Cohn from their baseball coverage. The former pitcher had been working there since 2022. And Haley Khalil is well within her rights to talk about the Coke cans her ex, Matt Khalil's, packing in his pants, according to her lawyer, because she has, as he says, erotic autonomy. Matthew, that's a good name for an album.
Like it.
Matthew Bialik, her lawyer, tells TMZ he plans to file a motion to dismiss Matt's lawsuit. Bialik says it's totally unreasonable to file a lawsuit on the basis of making someone liable for exercising her sexual sovereignty by truthfully describing a sexual experience that left her in tears, adding it violates his client's right to free speech. But as TMZ puts it, we'll keep our eyes peeled for that penis-permeated petition.
Oh, Lordy. Poor bastard. What a way to go, though.
She's bragging about it. Okay, roll with it, Matt. Roll with it.
Accept your punishment. Okay. Kipper, Pete, and Flounder on 106.3. Happy Friday. Here we go. Mercy.
Did you miss Neil Boortz?
I am shocked.
Don't worry. He's live anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Oh, that radio show.
Did traffic cause you to miss some of the Kimmer Show? Get it on the app.
It's all the kids talk about on Monday at school.
With anytime show replays from the Kimmer, Boortz, The Morning Extra, Clay and Buck, and so much more. Plus local headlines and breaking news. Grab the Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Well, we're into the new year, and I don't have the answer, but I'll bet you do if you've been making a call to Stephen, the health insurance doctor, about this health insurance stuff now that we're in, deadlines have passed, and who knows what's doing with what health insurance stuff, bills coming in, checking your bank balance, the first auto draft kind of stuff. Man, if you're paying thousands more and you're afraid about what's happening the rest of the year, maybe there's something that can happen that's in your benefit. Instead of saying, that's it, I'm stuck. Not necessarily. Washington's kind of confusing, but Stephen a health insurance doctor. He does this for a living. If you're generally healthy, don't rely on subsidies. There may be some private underwritten options available year round. If you qualify, costing a lot less than marketplace plans too. That's what Stephen does. He checks this out for you, and you don't have to pay him. He'll take care of it. He just gets your answers for you. It's not a call center. It's an actual guy. His name's Stephen. If you're worried about the January draft business for the stuff, here's his number, 678-523-0759. Before you suffer for a year, find out if you're stuck. Healthinsurancedoctor.net.
Gentlemen, listen up. When it's not hard, it's really hard. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 have some form of ED? It's true, and I'm one of them. ED followed me everywhere. Heck, even my initials are ED. I'm Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia, and I know ED. It can lead to feelings of embarrassment, stress, and sadness. But there's good news. I can fix it. I fixed mine, and I can fix yours too. At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, we are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, Trimix to create an erection, and more. Guys, ED won't get better on its own, but I can help you today. Call us at 404-777-1911. That's 404-777-1911, or learn about us more online at tbtofga.com. So take it from me, ED, Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Call 404-777-1911 or online at tbtofga.com.
So your New Year's resolution was to slow down on the drinking. Now you're in a jail cell facing a DUI. Time to call A Second Chance Bail Bonds. A Second Chance will get your loved one home quickly. For 20 years, they've been helping folks with 12 locations across Metro Atlanta and Birmingham and are available 24/7. For fast, professional, discreet services, call 404-BAILOUT. That's 404-BAILOUT or visit atlbail.com. A Second Chance Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us.
We are only a few weeks into winter and already brutal cold, huge snowstorms, and of course power outages. Think about this. If the power goes out when it's really cold, do you have a way to keep yourself and your family warm? Winter power outages can even be life-threatening. We learned this in Texas not too long ago. That's why so many Americans are getting a Vesta off-grid heater from My Patriot Supply. It's a space heater. It doesn't use electricity or propane. It runs on something called canned heat, and it's an indoor safe fuel. With Vesta, If you have it stashed in your closet, you know you can keep warm, keep your kids warm no matter what. And it even doubles as a stove to cook your food in case you have an electric cooktop. The best part is right now you can get the Vesta and a bunch more preparedness gear as free gifts when you order the Winter Survival Kit from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Glenn. See everything that's included. The offer is not going to last long, so go to mypatriotsupply.com/Glenn. mypatriotsupply.com/Glenn.
The Georgia Swarm are turning 10, and you're invited to the celebration. Come out for Country Night on Saturday, January 10th at Gas South Arena, presented by Georgia Lottery. It's been 10 years of professional lacrosse right here in Atlanta with the Swarm, and we're going big with cowboy-themed giveaways, a mascot halftime showdown, and a birthday bash for the whole Hive. So dust off your boots, grab your crew, and join the party on Saturday, January 10th at 7:30, Gas South Arena. Get your tickets now at georgiaswarm.com.
Hi, it's Los, here with Tom Mitchell, the Honest Car Guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
We found a better way for customers to buy a car. An honest way, a very transparent way. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee. We even prove it to you by giving you a copy of the bill of sale at the end of the deal. The Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or honestcarguy.com.
The Morning Extra, every weekday on your drive to work on Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra 106.3 app.
One of the rewards of being conservative is that we don't change. Now, there's some areas where we will move according to what is going on in this society, but what I believe is what I believe, which is largely leave me alone.
Perfect. That's exactly what I'd like.
Like every answer is always
leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Y'all let me.
I don't leave you alone.
Yeah.
And in fact, if it encroaches on you, I'm going to be like, well, you need to stop that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Leave you alone. Leave me alone.
Your rights end where they start encroaching on someone else's. That's pretty simple.
Pretty general.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't change. But you think about those people on the other side that get up every single morning. You're like, what do I need to be angry at today? What a miserable existence.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is Extra 106.3.
That's amazing. It's the name of my book, Shut Up and Leave Me Alone. Thanks for the plug, boys. The Beatles, the old Beatles, the Kimmer Beatles. All right, 1965. The Beatles began 9 weeks number 1 in America with Beatles 65, their fourth number 1. Beatles 65 includes 8 of the 14 songs from Beatles for Sale and also includes I'll Be Back from A Hard Day's Night and the single I Feel Fine, She's a Woman. On there too. Beatles 1965. That's my freshman year in college. First year I got into radio. 60 years ago, I was in my first radio job. Wow. Let's see. Birthday list includes Sergio Garcia, Sports World. Pete Davis, famous golfer, Spanish fellow. Sergio Garcia is 46 today. And David Costabile is 59. David Costabile played boy, what a change in characters. If you watched the series Billions, which I did, I watched every one of them for the entire thing. David Costabile was the tough guy named Wags. He was the throat killer. He was the guy who cracked down on people. And, I mean, he was just a stern taskmaster at the Billions thing for the TV show. David Costabile. And then in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, he was the gay cook, cocaine cook, or meth cook. And who got came to a bad ending by the little guy, the little blonde-haired, shaved-haired kid who the girls loved.
Something you probably never saw. Maybe found it. Fly to the Conchords.
Oh yeah.
He was in that. He played Mel, the stalker. He played the husband of Mel, the girl who stalked the two boys the whole show.
Oh my!
You could barely recognize him. He was so young.
Yeah. Wow. Well, he's definitely a hell of a different actor, that's for sure.
He's a good actor.
And by the way, Pete, I think you did this yesterday. I remember hearing something about a basketball team that may have set a record or broken a record. on sports yesterday. And today, when I'm going through my history thing, when I looked it up, among the history things was in 1972, the longest winning streak in major professional sports is snapped at 53 games won in a row when the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Los Angeles Lakers 120-104.
Yeah, I was at the Hawks game when the Lakers set the record 33 in a row at Alexander Memorial.
And this was the day in 1972 when they broke the snap after 33 games. Lakers coach Bill Sharman kept the locker room closed for 15 minutes. He kept the dog-eared paper in his coat pocket. I had a couple of corny things written, but I didn't read them today. We had to work for every shot we took. Wilt Chamberlain set a season record for points 10 years earlier. But he was only fourth on the team in points per game then. Jerry West led the team in scoring at 26. Anyway.
1958, the Big O, Oscar Robertson, playing for Cincinnati, the Bearcats, scored 56 points. The entire Seton Hall team scored 54.
Sounds about right. Unbelievable.
All right, we got some new audio in the Trump Oval Office talking about not giving Minnesota any of that or involved with the FBI.
He spoke live again today. Here's the
Do
president.
you believe that the FBI should be sharing evidence with state officials in Minnesota?
Well, normally I would, but they're crooked officials. I mean, Minneapolis and Minnesota, what a beautiful place, but it's being destroyed. It's got an incompetent governor, fool. I mean, he's a stupid person. It looks like the number could be $19 billion stolen from a lot of people, but largely people from Somalia. They buy their vote. They vote in a group. They buy their vote. They sell more Mercedes-Benzes in that area than almost... Can you imagine you come over with no money and then shortly thereafter you're driving a Mercedes-Benz? The whole thing is ridiculous. So they're very corrupt people. It's a very corrupt state.
Oh, man, I love it.
Thank
about
you.
time. Good grief.
California's next.
Don't be afraid to say it out loud.
Ohio,
These Somalian
Georgia.
sand pirates are responsible for it. And it's not just, and by the way, it's going to be, white people and black people and everything else too. But seriously.
The white people in Minnesota enabled them to do it.
Exactly.
And got money
and
for
there's
doing
only
it.
one reason, and that's to keep the money coming and the power going. And the only reason to keep the power going is to get is to make sure they get their bill, and they, you wet your week, you just take a taste, and that's how it all keeps going. Billions. This will be the biggest corruption story in the history of our country. One state will have more corruption in it than now. Although if they're going after California next, which apparently is the next target,
it'll blow Minnesota out of the water. Minnesota's a small state.
Yeah. Can you imagine the money in California? Holy cow! This is going to be great. Anyway,
Well, hopefully Republicans do something.
Well, that's
the problem.
Well,
I mean, seriously.
we just had 5 Republican senators yesterday turn on the president and try to block the bill of him being able to go after Venezuelan boats again.
That's right.
Unbelievable. Josh Hawley among them? That was kind of surprising. Anyway, can we do, how about Flounder? Should we do a little cowabunga here? It's 5:44, and we're not quite done yet. We have another Flounder's Funny coming up here for you, too, in a second. And in the meantime, we also... No, here we go. Hey,
how to get to the hotkey?
No, we got to...
Took me a minute.
Hey, it's all good. We got to be here anyway. What the hell?
That's what she said.
It's not like there's, nothing on. All right, there we go. Johnny Olson, who's the next contestant on Holy Crap? Is Pete Davis.
We'll start with Flounder here. Basically, bars. Let's talk bars.
Bars? All right, sir.
Bars. There are 4 states. Actually, there's only 3 states in this 50 states that their oldest bar in that state started in the 1600s.
Oh, boy.
Name one of those 3 states.
Massachusetts?
Yeah, gotta be.
No.
What?
Wait a minute.
No. It's got to still be operating.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
A bar, the oldest bars that are still operating. Well, Philadelphia or Pennsylvania.
You're right. Okay, Kemmer wins that. Pennsylvania's one. The other 2 are Rhode Island and South Carolina.
Wow, I never would have guessed South Carolina. Rhode Island, I can.
I think I was
Charleston.
robbed.
Wow.
Charleston's pretty old there. All right, there are 7 states of the 50 that their oldest bar didn't start until the 1900s. Flounder.
7 states, okay.
Massachusetts?
No. Massachusetts started in the 1700s. You quit picking Massachusetts. Kimmer.
Okay, I will say Idaho.
You're correct, sir. Oh, my God, he's on a streak here.
Really?
Idaho.
Did you just guess Idaho?
Well, Salt Lake. No, I mean, the Mormons.
Idaho's Salt Lake is in Utah.
Oh, yeah, Utah.
Were you asleep that day? Geography was discussed at the old prep school? Salt Lake, Idaho. Pocatello, Utah. You're on the line. Schenectady. All right. The other states that for their oldest bar wasn't until the 1900s. Of course, Alaska and Hawaii. North Dakota.
Oh, yeah.
North Carolina.
That's surprising.
Delaware.
That's surprising, too.
Arkansas. And this one will blow your mind. Florida.
Wait a minute. Florida didn't have a bar until the
1900s. That's still around.
Wow.
Yeah, 1900s. You got to remember, no one lived in Florida until air conditioning showed up.
Well, yeah, but the Spanish people instead showed up all those years earlier. I mean, I'm
What are you
kind of
saying?
surprised.
Spanish people like to drink a lot?
They're
What
drinkers,
are you
man.
saying
The
there?
women are drinkers. They're special people. We have to protect
Tequila.
them. That's right, senorita. Yeah.
Hey, Georgia, by the way, the first bar in Georgia, the oldest right now?
Yeah.
1753. Where is it and what is it? You need to know this.
The Old Town House or something?
The Pirate House in Savannah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I should know that. Outstanding. A good bar bet. Excellent. 547. Kimmer, Peyton, Flounder almost ripping apart here. 6 o'clock is coming up. Look out. Here we go.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Hey, it's Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. When it comes to lawn care, the folks at Howard Brothers know what it takes to get the job done right. That's why they trust Exmark mowers, built for precision, reliability, and durability. Exmark mowers make lawn work easier, so you can spend less time working and more time enjoying your yard. And this spring, reliable and easy are exactly what you need. Stop by Howard Brothers before the lawn season is here. They've got everything Exmark and a team ready to help you find the perfect gift. Gear up for spring with Exmark and Howard Brothers.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPSETC.com.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
I'm Michelle Stovall, and our company has been family-owned and operated for 75 years. Check us out at StovallINC.com, or better yet, stop by our newly opened 11th store at 9500 Union Hill Road in Canton. At Stovall, we supply you with all your landscaping project needs, completely hassle-free down to delivery. Been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs. We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Yeah. There we go. Da-dum. The Stones. 1963. This was the day drummer Charlie Watts joined the Rolling Stones. Charlie Watts in 1963 had left Blues Incorporated and he left his job working as a graphic designer. Charlie Watts, 63. The Stones. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and on our birthday list, we got a bunch of them. Kate Middleton, Prince William's wife, the mother of his children, Princess of Wales. Kate Middleton is 44. Jimmy Page, Led Zeppelin legend, 82 today. Joan Baez, it says here, the sexy folk singer. Now, I think it was Joan Baez. It was either Joan Baez or Judy Collins. I think it was Joan Baez who was doing the Boys Club concert in 1962 or 63 that I went to in New England, and that's when Bob Dylan showed up from the side of the stage, showed up out of nowhere from the side of the theater, and barefoot wearing farmer's overalls and sang a couple of songs and disappeared. And that's when I saw Bob Dylan. It had to be 63, maybe, something like that.
That had to be Baez then.
Yeah, it had to be Joan Baez. 85 years old today, Joan is. Dave Matthews, 59 today. And A.J. McLean from the Backstreet Boys, 48. A lot of musical birthdays. Anyway, let's see. A couple quick things here. This is kind of interesting. On this day in 1768. Oh, no, I don't want to do that one. No, I was going to do the other one. Hold on a second. Here it is. In 1793, a French balloonist named Jean-Pierre Blanchard flies a hydrogen balloon to a height of 5,800 feet. He traveled 15 miles for 46 minutes. It was the first manned free balloon flight in North America, 1793, and the event was watched in its entirety by President George Washington. That's kind of just amazing to me for some reason. Howard Hughes on this day in 1972 was in the Bahamas, and he called reporters in Hollywood and said, no. That autobiography by Clifford Irving is a fake. So there you go. Kimmer Payne Flounder, 553. Donald Trump today. Oh, you know what? Let me do this first. I teased earlier. Stephen A. Smith says that in terms of the Minneapolis shooting and the woman and so forth, it was totally justified. He said he wishes the cops could have shot the car tires out, which is stupid. But Stephen A. Smith also was doing his podcast, and somebody called him and challenged him and said, "Well, you know, these freaking Donald Trump supporters are people like this who support the agent are all a bunch of mentally crazy people and all a bunch of psychos." And Flounder who played Stephen A. Smith there thought that was not really the way they should be identified, and he is standing up for people who may have a different political opinion, more like an old-fashioned Democrat. Stephen A. Smith, not always.
There's mental illness in some of these people, Stephen.
Well, not all of them. Time. No. You don't get to do that. Don't talk to me about mental illness on the side of the right, but you have people talking about transgender without parental consent and men transitioning to women and playing in women's sports and thinking that was okay, and people could be incarcerated and they could have sex changes and stuff like that. Oh, no. You don't get to sit up there and just point to the right about that and not act like there wasn't craziness on the left, too. I'm a moderate who primarily votes Democrat. And I'm here to tell you something right now. I don't recognize this left. Or not this one. Not the one that I've been seeing over the last few years.
Man, nobody does. And again, Stephen A. Smith, we were talking about it earlier, is kind of just an old-fashioned Democrat.
Yes, he's a liberal.
Yeah. A real and that was, people you can deal with them, you can talk with them, you can argue with them and debate with them, and, you can kind of really agree about what's best for America. But
he calls himself a liberal, but a conservative when it comes to finances.
Yeah. Well, hell, so was Jack Kennedy.
Yeah,
I mean, my God, what's good for General Motors is good for America.
That was what Manuel's Tavern used to be. You'd go in there and you could have knockdown, drag-out arguments with the other guy, but then you sit there and drink beer.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't as though that's how you define your life. The problem is that these screaming leftists got so freaked out about this stuff that's how they define themselves, and that's not how I don't define myself in any political term.
Well, George Carlin said this 30 years ago. He says, if you start identifying yourself as some kind of identity or group, you've already screwed yourself.
Yeah, I can't imagine thinking that way. Other than I can't. I can't imagine dedicating your life's identity to something so negative and black, just black souls.
Yeah, Renee Good. It cost her life.
Yeah, exactly. I mean. How could she have decided to make that decision? Because she was, that was her life goal.
She went
and all
woke.
the people who called him a murderer yesterday and said he had killed her in cold blood and everything.
Those people
are they still, going with that lie today? Or they?
I haven't heard anybody say. I haven't heard anybody say, "Well, let's not jump." Oh, in fact, I did. One of the guys in Minnesota said, "Let's not jump to conclusions." That's what you all did yesterday when you called him a murderer. You're freaking phonies. I love this. And Donald Trump today, taking questions, he said that woman Good was an agitator. When asked whether there was an organized group behind it, he said he hadn't seen the vice president's statement, but called the situation unusual. The behavior was not normal. Defended law enforcement, obviously, with agitators. Let's see. They were married. Oh, that was Portland. Things a married couple. Anyway, and Donald Trump. In fact, I guess we don't have that comment from Trump.
The one I played earlier?
Yeah, do you still have that?
I got it, yeah.
We have time for it? Let's play it.
Do you believe that the FBI should be sharing evidence with state officials in Minnesota?
Well, normally I would, but they're crooked officials. I mean, Minneapolis and Minnesota, what a beautiful place, but this being destroyed. It's got an incompetent governor, fool. I mean, he's a stupid person. It looks like the number could be $19 billion stolen from a lot of people, but largely people from Somalia. They buy their vote. They vote in a group. They buy their vote. They sell more Mercedes-Benzes in that area than almost... Can you imagine? You come over with no money, and then shortly thereafter you're driving a Mercedes-Benz. The whole thing is ridiculous. So they're very corrupt people. It's a very corrupt state.
Thank you.
I mean, unbelievable.
It's true.
I mean, have you ever heard a president say anything to just be honest and say, "No, here's the actual situation"? Anybody? Have you ever heard this kind of just blunt, actual honesty from a president of the United States?
I just like a list of Somalians through history that have done something to help humanity, that have stood out.
All the things that we treasure today.
Give me 10.
Yeah.
Give me 10.
Well, they did the automatic ballpoint pen. They came up with that in the laboratory in Somalia. Hey, Flounder, how about a Flounder's funny?
I had a thing that happened that I do. It was like, I got to get it together. Like, I like to golf, and so I'll sometimes bring clubs and I'll golf on the road. And so I was in Florida, and we go golfing. It's very hot, humid, gross. You get kind of feeling gross. So I wanted to change shirts before I drove back. I go to the trunk of my car, and I take my shirt off, standing there, no shirt. And this old man walks up and goes, "Olivia?" I had to turn. I was like, "I'm sorry. What's you saying?" I'm sorry. And he was like, "Oh, sorry. Honest mistake." And I was like, "I don't know." He was looking for his elderly wife and saw me with no shirt on and thought that could be Olivia. At a car that he does not recognize. None of this is making him not. He's like, "I don't know. That's a dead ringer for Olivia." I don't know who he disrespected more, me or Olivia, to be honest. I mean,
Nate, for God's sake. And Neil Boortz said he and his wife have tickets to go see him.
Yeah.
So that'll be kind of cool. Hey, boys, have a great weekend. Semper Fi. Congratulations again to Nola Bell as well, if you talk to her, see her back from her trip. And Flounder and Mrs. Flounder, have a great time. In the meantime, sing me home, baby. Christine, I gotta go. You're killing me. Look out, Herb.
Look out. The Morning Extra. Every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta. A Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.